just here to relate. She done fell in the traps, now she shifting the fate.
Every slip was set up for her next prize. Not your poor Jew, the joke on the side. No filth, no fluff, just soul in the mix. Every story got a gem, every laugh got a fix. She where you went from heartbreak to hustle, from crying in the dark to finding the muscle. So if you watch your better open your ears, cause the realest lessons come wrapped in them tears. Take heed to the message, you gon' feel this vibe. Real talk, no cut, just the truth and life. She been through the fire, now she feed that flame. Laugh through the pain, but she still got game. Everyday life with a twist and a grin. Tears, true jokes where the hill begin. She break it down real, never play and pretend. Take heed to the message, lessons through the lens.
She say how it is, no shoot, no mask. Might roast you in love, but it's all gonna last.
It's like uncut with a side to grace. She a voice in your ear when the world's in your face.
So laugh if you want, cry if you need. But one thing for sure, you gon' take.
Cause she been through the mess, now she blessed in the crowd. With truth in the chest, and the hair still proud.
Shout out to Corey Joe, 1000 Watts Radio. That brother content is always fire. Guys, when you get time, go over there to 1000 Watts Radio and like and subscribe to that brother's channel. When you get over there, tell him Take Heed sent you, okay? Let's get into the foolery today. This is a Diddy day, okay? This is a Diddy day, okay? The title of this foolery is It's a Diddy Day, A.K.A. Sean Combs. We gonna talk about this brother today. Okay, we gonna talk about this brother today. There will be no dog walking. We won't dog walk. A little bit. I can't promise. Okay, but we're going to get into the foolery. Good morning, everybody. Okay, you have came into Take Heed to the Message with Abang Anwa. It just means queen. Okay, that's my handle, baby. My king gave me that handle. Good morning, everybody. Stephen, how are you? Renee, A-Team, A&A, how are you? Okay, Affinity LLC. A&A Affinity LLC. Okay, now I know I always just call you A&A. Do you want me to say your full name? Let me know. You are glowing this morning. Sis, thank you, my dear. I'm trying. I'm trying, but that eczema is still on fire, y'all. That eczema is still on fire, baby. Okay? So there's no makeup, okay? There's no makeup. That eczema is just igniting, honey. It ain't even funny. So Vaseline is my friend. Okay, A&A is fine. No problem, baby. Let's get into the foolery this morning. Okay, there has been a lot of stuff going on since Diddy first day in court, and it's wild. Okay, and when you think it can't get worse, it gets worse. You know, when you think like, okay, this is it, you know what I'm saying? But it gets worse. What it looks like to me is just fetish. You know what I'm saying? It's just a fetish. Okay. And then you got the D's involved, okay, all types of D's involved. And you got SmackDowns involved as well. You know what hurt me so bad, and I had mentioned this years ago, that Kim Porter, the way that she was done, okay, nobody rallied behind Kim. Like, they knew all these things was going on, but nobody rallied behind Kim the way they're rallying behind Cassie. But the thing is, Cassie knew that Kim was getting done dirty. Okay? She knew this. She knew this. Some of Kim friends said that Cassie was a part of some of this foolery. You understand? Some of Kim friends said Cassie was a part of this foolery as well. Okay? Being humiliated by Diddy and stuff like that. Like, how do you come over to another woman's house, be in her house. She's raising her children, even though Diddy is Diddy's house, but you're in their house. You understand? She has children with him, and you don't have no type of understanding or respect, and you're there in the house. You understand? And you're screwing her man. You understand? And I'm gonna share something with you. I don't feel bad for Kim either. May her soul rest in peace, because you had a man of substance. I'll be sure did some dirt. Of course, he cheated, he said one time. She left, I'll be sure. Okay? She just was like, the relationship is done. Okay? And so now you go to a man that is constantly cheating. Okay? I'm just saying, it sounds crazy. Derek, how are you? Good morning. It's good to see you. It sounds crazy. So you jumped from one pan and then you jumped into the fire. You understand? So the truth is, if Diddy didn't have this much money, would those women have stayed? If Diddy did not have so much money and power, would those women have stayed with that foolery? Those women wouldn't have stayed. See, how can you say, and I see a lot of women in the comment section, oh, because, you have never been abused. You have never been, anything has ever happened to you like this before. This is why a lot of y'all women don't understand. This is the thing. You right. I have never been in that type of situation before. And I would never allow myself to be in that situation either. You understand? Like there's a way to say, oh, hell to the no. You know what I'm saying? Like you won't allow yourself to be in that situation. You understand? But when money and power looks good to you and then you think you can sacrifice, to live the good life, you're going to continue to remain in that foolery. So do I say, oh, I feel bad for Kim Porter, may her soul rest in peace? Do I feel bad for Cassie? No, I don't. I don't feel bad for them. You'll never get me to feel bad for them, because both of y'all had good men in your life. Both of y'all. I'll be sure, regardless of what he done, he was better than Diddy. Okay? Regardless of what he done, he was better than Diddy. Diddy was doing full orgies. Okay? And I'll be sure cheated one time and you was like, oh, I'm not going to put up with this. But you go to Diddy and you put up with all types of hell. You understand? Cassie, you had good men in your life, but it wasn't enough. It was not enough. Okay? And so now you jump out of one pan into fire, and because Diddy had you live this type of life. And with this type of life come consequences. When you want to date the biggest fish, okay? When you want to date the biggest fish, a lot of foolery comes along with dating the biggest fish. This is why when a lot of y'all women say, I want a man of substance, I want a godly man. Some of y'all don't know what that entails. You want a man of substance. You want a man of God. A man of God is not going to, I ain't say he go to church every day. A man of God is not going to let you do foolery. He's going to put your feet to the fire. He's going to hold you accountable when you do some foolery. You understand? And when you do wrong, he wants that apology. He's not going to let you, spread your legs and throw that bajayjay at him like, let me just, let me open up my legs and throw that bajayjay and I'm going to get away with it. No, a godly man is not going to let you do that. He's going to hold your feet to the fire. So when a lot of y'all come on Kendra G and y'all say, I want a godly man, you don't know what that entails. So when we get in here and you say you want a certain type of man, you want, this is what it is. Cassie wanted a man who was already made. She wanted a man that can make her live comfortable. Okay. She wanted a man that $20,000-$30,000 wasn't nothing to him. 40,000, 50,000. She wanted a man that can give her money on demand. That's what you got with a whole bunch of demons. She said it herself. She said it herself. I did those things because I didn't want him messing with nobody else. I didn't want him to bring another girl in. So that's why I did it. So you signed up for it, babe. You signed up for it. A lot of people in here like, oh, let's give her some grace. Let's give her not no grace. I'm not going to give her grace. I'm not. Some of y'all black women in the comment section, oh, she was 21 and this and that. I was 21 too, and I wasn't that foolish. I was 21 too, and I wasn't that foolish. This is the uncomfortable truth, okay? Renee, good morning. How are you? Renee said, exit stage right. Say it again, all right? Steven said, say it again, baby. They made a choice, Renee said. 18 said they wanted the limelight, stage, glitter, and glam. Yes, they did. Okay. Oh, my God. That's the uncomfortable truth. Listen. 18, you right. Harold, you right too. You telling the truth. It's sad. I'm reading your comments from the computer. That's why I'm looking. This is the uncomfortable truth. It's sad. But what are we supposed to do with it? Daniel, how are you? You understand, guys? Please hit that like and subscribe button. Also donate to the channel as well. Okay? I appreciate you. Please hit that like button. Okay? You got 3 dots at the top of your screen, or either just touch the screen and you'll see the thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you're going to do. You feel me? All right. So this is the uncomfortable truth. I'm not going to get in here, you know what I'm saying? Be like, yeah, she went through this, she went through that. You signed up for it. You signed up for it. Any woman that is in a powerful position messing with a powerful man, okay? Caucasian women will tell you this. Do you know these owners of the NBA owners, football owners and stuff like that? Do you know the horror that they wives have to go through? Do you know the horror that the wives have to go through? And they just be quiet. They just be quiet because they signed up for it. I signed up for it. So if you signed up for it, baby, there should be nothing that we should be hearing right now. And only why federal charges have been slapped on this man was because you decided you wanted to go and get some money from him. And so this is the uncomfortable truth. People said, why is she testifying against him? Why is she testifying against him? Oh, I would have said no. I would have said, no, I'm not going to be testifying against him. Nobody can make me testify against him. A lot of women out here saying that. A lot of men too. Oh, I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have testified against him. But I want to share something with you. This is federal charges. When federal court call you, your ass have to come or you going to jail. This ain't no regular, you know what I'm saying? When federal court call you, your ass better come or you going to jail. You get subpoenaed to court, you got to come to court. Your ass gonna go to jail. Okay? And she 9 months pregnant. Who's not gonna go to jail? You know what I'm saying? They gonna put that ass in jail. So I want y'all to hear, because one of the content creators came up and she said this, okay? Because She just felt, she felt she needed to clear up some things. Now she doing auto tune, okay, so you'll hear like that audio in the back. But here we go. Listen to what she said.
Cassie testifying? Why is Cassie testifying? Because she's under a
federal subpoena. What are you talking about? This is
federal RICO trial. She's not testifying because she wants to. She's testifying because she has to. You don't get a choice. The choice is
come to court and testify or go to jail.
Those are the options. If people keep saying, oh, well, she already got her money, she settled. That case is closed.
Yeah, that was a different case.
That was a civil case. This is a criminal trial. Different court, different rules, different stakes. And y'all are like, oh, well, I just don't get why she stayed. If it were me, I mean, I would have left. You're scared to
ask your boss for a raise.
Your boss told you to flat iron your hair because it looks more professional than your curly hair. You've been wearing it like that for 3 years. Your group chat is toxic and you
haven't even left that.
Why is Cassie testifying? Why is...
I want to share something with y'all, and she right when it comes to our hair. Certain jobs require you to wear your hair a certain way, and then what happened? You change your hair. Certain jobs require you to do something with your nails. What you do, change your nails. She worked for Diddy. And so certain jobs require you to do all these things. Change your hair. Change your nails. They even tell you about makeup. Certain type of makeup they tell you. So when we get in here and we're ready to ride Diddy to the ground, he required these things. And so she had no choice but to what? She wanted to keep that job, so she did it. Now, when we come into the sexual pleasure part and all that stuff like that, every conversation she had with Diddy through text, she was a willing and able participant. She was ready for this nonsense. So when we get in here and we're judging Diddy and we're tearing him down and, oh, he got this, the man has a fetish. He has a fetish. Now, regardless of how you feel about it, there are a lot of men who think some kinky thoughts. There are a lot of women who think some kinky thoughts. And when you don't have the money to play out those thoughts, they just stay in your mind. But when you have the money to play out these things, you're going to do it. Okay? I'm not defending anybody. I'm saying that Cassie was a willing participant. I ain't defending nobody. I'm not defending anybody. But at the end of the day, she had good men in her life, and she decided to choose the big fish. Most women do that. That's just in our nature. Our nature is not to stay loyal. I don't know why. Okay? It's in the nature of a woman to bounce to the biggest one unless she understands her purpose. See, a woman who understands her purpose, okay, she's going to stay with the man of substance because she sees greatness in him. There are women today that have been with men of substance, but Pookie and Rere, because let's be clear, I don't care how much money Diddy got, he's a Pookie and Rere, okay? Let's be clear about that. So you have the man of substance, but you jump to Pookie and Rere because he got the money, he got the fame, he got the power. You had a man of substance, and all you had to do is take your time and rise to greatness. But no, you wanted to shoot up. You wanted to shoot all the way up to the top. And so you became what? You became what? What did you become by dealing with Diddy? You became a woman that you couldn't even look yourself in the mirror at the end of the day. So when we get in here, we're talking about how all these things played out and how Cassie was this innocent woman and she didn't know what was going on. No, I don't want to hear none of that. I'm not going to sign up for that. I don't want to hear she like that. I don't want to hear nothing because she was willing and able to go through this foolery. She was willing and able. Shout out to Anton Daniels. We're going to get into the next video. Here we go.
Well, what I've learned from this Diddy trial is that I might be a man. I ain't gonna lie. I must be a man. And I say that I might be a man because it seems like the majority of women feel like anything a woman does in her early adulthood that is bad, she shouldn't be held accountable for if it was done in the name of love.
Yeah.
Like, are y'all understanding what I'm trying to say? Like, it's like, regardless of what evidence is presented, women are finding excuses. Like, I don't have, as a woman, I don't think God gave me that gene to make excuses for shit that is clearly inexcusable. Like, she's literally sending messages, initiating the freak offs. She was literally on the stand and said, I wanted to do them because I didn't want him to do them with anybody else. She said in the text message, I'm always ready for a freak off. And it's like, instead of taking her words at face value, women are like, actually, she was groomed. And because she was groomed, she was just saying whatever she thought would make him happy. She didn't really like it. She just liked it because he liked it. And she just wanted to please her man. Where's y'all getting that from? Like, my brain does not work like that. Maybe I'm just not empathetic enough, but my brain does not work like that.
No, you got it right. And it's a lack of accountability.
It is.
It's a lack of responsibility.
It is.
It's a lack of taking ownership.
It is.
And for some reason, we've always claimed that these people are the victims. Don't matter if they have equal rights. Don't matter if they have the ability to choose for themselves.
Telling you.
It's victim when it's convenient, but then it's accountability and ownership when it's beneficial. Right? It's equality when it's beneficial. Everybody is smart until they dumb and it's time to get paid. I've said throughout this whole thing, I've been consistent. I'm standing on it, and I'm going to just literally go down with the ship on this. I believe that she was an accomplice. I believe that she was the Bonnie to his Clyde. I also believe that she got out just in time in order to claim victim, and then she was going broke. And the fact that I found out during this trial through people that were in the courtroom that she FaceTimed the dude while Diddy was busting her down that she's with now, and now he's still getting her pregnant, it's all a play. And he was going broke, they was going broke, it was a money play, and now this is what you see happening. I still don't rock with her.
So what
And Anton Daniels is right. I don't feel it because now with her being on the stand, she was on the stand for 8 hours and they had grilled this woman 8 hours. She heavily pregnant. They had grilled this woman. And so the thing is that you have a woman who claims she loves this husband of hers, right? This husband, okay? You have a woman that claims she loved this husband of hers, right? But yet Diddy was busting her down and she was on a, you know what I'm saying? She called this man. She FaceTimed this man while Diddy was busting her down. How? How does that make sense? And I know some of y'all like, oh no, you know, she's the victim. She's the victim. Let me share something with you. The only problem that Cassie got is that Diddy got her mind. That's it. That's the only problem she got. See, this is why I tell a lot of y'all sisters, be careful who you entertain. Okay? Be careful who you entertain when you have a man in your life. Be careful who you entertain because your man or husband, I want to lead towards husband because I'm married. When your husband has captured your mind, you should not entertain other men. You know how y'all be like, oh, he's my friend. He's my friend. No, he's not your friend. You know who your friend is? The man who gave you the wedding ring that's on your finger. That's your friend. That's your friend. That's your road dog. Anything happen, you got to go to this man. That's your friend. That's your friend. That's your best friend in the world. Your husband don't want nothing to happen to you. That's your best friend in the world. This is your road dog. This is everything. You know what I'm saying? This man is your life, just like you are his life. Do you understand? Y'all supposed to stick together like Bonnie and Clyde. I keep telling y'all that all the time. You are not supposed to have men that's calling your phone if it ain't for it only supposed to be for business. We ain't supposed to be on the phone chilling, talking, gossiping, talking about this. No. You want to gossip with somebody when your husband get home, y'all be like, yeah, this is what happened, honey, this and that. I've been married 18 years. I know what I'm saying to you. Because when another man entertains your time, shit can go left. Oh, you know what? You was looking beautiful in that dress the other day. I saw you, this and that, whatever. And you were like, yeah, I was. You know, you always smell so good every time I see you, this and that, whatever. Or if he just somebody you know what I'm saying? Like maybe y'all never met, but he saw your pictures and now y'all friends or whatever. And he hitting you in your DM, good morning, queen, and this and that. Nah, Soon as somebody say good morning, queen, I block them. What? Why? Call me, take heed. Why? Queen, good morning, queen should be blocked. Soon as they say good morning, queen, block. Block. Don't wait for nothing else. Another man should not be entertaining you. This is how you can let another man capture your mind, because this is what men do. And I want to share this to the younger generation. My older women, you already know this. Okay? But once you start being constantly on the phone with a man all the time, y'all got a friendship relationship, men take time to say shit to you. Men are very smart. Y'all always think that they're foolish. Men are very smart when it comes to running down that bajayjay. Do you hear me? Men are very smart when it comes to running down that bajayjay. Okay? Every time you get in an argument with your husband, you go run and tell him, right? And you know what he does? Because he wants to see everything fall out. So he'll tell you, you know what? He wrong for that. Now he know what you telling him don't make no damn sense, but he got to be on your side. He's wrong. He's wrong. Now the guy friend tell you he's wrong. He shouldn't have done that. He doesn't know the whole situation why the husband said no. He doesn't know the whole situation of why the husband is like, I'm not down with that. You understand? But he's taking your side because he wants you to know I'm here for you. He's really here for the bajayjay. Do you hear me? Stop entertaining other men. It doesn't help. This is Cassie's problem. This is her problem. This is her problem. If Diddy get free from this whole situation, do you hear me? If Diddy gets free from this whole situation, that husband that she have eventually will leave her. He's gonna leave her, or either she's going to dismiss him, because there's women in the comment section now talking about to her, telling her, because this is what our sisters do. We get in everybody's ear and shit. So the women now are saying, Cassie, oh, you should leave him. I don't care if you 9 months pregnant, leave him because he walked out of the courtroom. What man can stomach that? Tell me. What man can stomach that foolery? He left the courtroom, so what man can stomach that? It's painful to hear something like that. When the woman that you love so much is doing stuff like that, but you were given the victim card, because that's what Cassie gave this man, the victim card. This happened to me because you know, he did this and he did that. And so this is what Cassie's husband believes. Let me share something with you. A woman that is beautiful You understand? A woman that is beautiful, okay? And a man see no flaws in her. She can have done some devilish things, but because she's so beautiful and this is what you wanted, you're going to take her with all her flaws. There have been men that I grew up with this girl, they went to college with this girl was like the cat's meow. There are men right now that they grew up with this girl, they went to college, she was the cat's meow, he never was able to snag her. He never was able to snag her, never, until he done got the bag and he got his business. Everything's together. Now she got 2 kids. Somebody left her. Now she looking at this brother, and because she still look good, she still got that body, she still got that face, he gonna bring her to the kingdom because he always wanted her. He gonna put up with all her shit, all the stuff with the baby daddy and kids, because he always wanted her. A pretty face and a smile get a lot of women in different places. Do you understand? I want y'all to look at what is her name? What is her name that got those 14 kids? What is her name? Is it 14 or 13? I forgot this woman's name, but she's a gospel singer. Okay? I'm just letting you know. She a gospel singer. This girl been married 4 times. 4 times. And because she was the dream of some men back in the day, they're looking on the outer shell of this woman. They're looking on the outer shell of this woman, not knowing she got a whole bunch of demons inside. People can get up there and sing all type of gospel they want and got a whole bunch of demons inside. I'm just saying. And so there are a lot of women who get this queen treatment because they got the pretty face. They got the body. They get this queen treatment. And Cassie is not exempt. Cassie is not exempt. The woman is still beautiful. And her trainer, okay? Her trainer wanted her. That man wanted her. So he took her and thought he was saving her. Now he got to go home and deal with his family. He got to go home and deal with his friends talking bad about Cassie or whispering about her. What type of man can hold his head up in public and know all the shit his wife has done? If anybody's husband had to sit through any foolery like that, he will look at his wife a different kind of way. You hear me? He will be looking at his wife a different kind of way. So can I blame Cassie's husband for the foolery? I can't blame him, but he put himself in that situation because you went to be Captain Save a Hoe. Okay? You put yourself in that predicament. Because I don't care how beautiful this woman is. She got a lot of demons on the inside. This woman is broken. She's broken. And she put herself in that predicament. And this is the thing. This is the thing that a lot of women, she was young. She was young. So that means that because she was young, she's not supposed to take any accountability. Okay, so she was young. She's not supposed to be responsible for anything that she did. She's not supposed to be responsible for anything. And this is the thing that all of us use when we were young. I was young and I was dumb and I didn't understand and this and that. But you know when something is wrong. You know when something is wrong. Yahweh got a compass in us when we know when we're doing something that is not right. And that starts from when you first interact with other children, when you were small. When you take a toy from another child, you see them crying. And what does the child do? The child, you don't even have to say nothing to the child. If the child understands, they walk over to the other child, hug the child, kiss the child on the cheek, and then give the toy back. Nobody taught the baby nothing. They know that that was not nice. Thank you, 18, Kiki Wyatt. That's who I was talking about. Been married 4 times, 14 children or 13 children. Nonsense. Because she was the desire of a lot of men back in the day. And then when they get behind closed doors, they find out they rocking with a whole demon. It's sad. It's sad. Now, I don't mean to kick dirt on nobody's name. Alleged. I don't want to get sued. I ain't got no money. But I'm just letting you know that this does not make sense. It doesn't. And we're in here like, yeah, Cassie, oh, she was this, she was that. No, you had a good man. You know you had a man of substance. But you wanted the big fish. You wanted the big fish. So when you want the big fish, you have to deal with the consequences. If you like the content, please like and subscribe to the page. Also donate to the page as well. This is the uncomfortable truth. So when I'm young, I could do all types of nonsense that I want and not be held accountable for it. When do we hold these young women to their feet to the fire? Our oldest girl is 19 years old. She's in college. The day we dropped her off at the college, we set up her place and everything. The day we dropped her off, we looked at her. She walked back to the car with us. And I looked at her. I said, baby, you grown now. You grown now. Any decision you make from this day forward, you are responsible. Me and your daddy, not responsible. We are here to guide you if you need help. But any decisions that you make, baby, it's on you. It's on you. You will have to bear the responsibility. You understand? Any decisions you make, it's you. It is you. Any choice you make with your life, it's you. You grown. You grown. We can't help you. If you get out there and you do some nonsense that puts you in some trouble, you got to deal with it. We gonna be by your side, but you got to bear the consequences. You get out there, you have a baby, that's your baby. That's your baby. Okay? You get out there, be screwing and this and that. That's you. That's you. That's not us. Do you understand? We not going to be responsible for that baby. We grandma, grandpa. Okay? Anything happen, you got to deal with that baby. Not us. Not us. Okay? And she was like, Mama, Daddy, I understand. Okay, you understand. We don't want to hear nothing. You understand. How you gonna say that this girl is not old enough to understand what she doing is wrong? This is what y'all do. This is what y'all do. She not old enough. She don't understand. How? She was dating guys before Diddy. Now, if she never dated anybody, never was in a relationship with anybody, then you could understand, okay, she doesn't know no better. But she was already dating a couple people before Diddy. So you won't get in here and tell me nothing. Let's get to the next video of this foolery, okay? Here is the next video. Here we go.
Congratulations, the guard didn't take
I'll
the
be
money.
right back.
That's not why I'm here. So I've seen a lot of responses to this. Whether Cassie asked or not, let me educate y'all on something. If she's an abuse victim, she more than likely asked to keep Diddy from hitting her and him forcing the other dude to do it to her. She wasn't in a position of autonomy. He even attested to that. The girl was on the computer. Diddy said, come here. She's like, hold on, let me close these windows because my personal information is up. He walked over there, dragged her from the computer and just started hitting her in front of the male dancer. So yeah, if he's that crazy to avoid problem, she probably preemptively asked and told him how to do it because she knows what Diddy likes. Stop blaming this woman. How y'all got Stockholm Syndrome and she don't? Congratulations, the guard didn't take the money.
And you have people like this that come to social media, and when they want to simp after beautiful women, they'll come and say foolishness like this. Let's play this brother one more time. Here we go.
Congratulations, the guard didn't take the money. That's not why I'm here. So I've seen a lot of responses to this. Whether Cassie asked or not, let me educate y'all on something. If she's
Whether Cassie asks or not. This is nonsense. Whether Cassie asks or not. Good morning, Melissa. How are you? Did you get my Cash App? I did, my dear. Thank you for the $10 Cash App yesterday, baby. And I also gave you a heart emoji, honey. Thank you. I appreciate you for donating to the channel. So now, this is the uncomfortable truth. You hear men coming out, black men, okay, coming out talking about, oh yeah, you know, regardless if she said yeah or if she said no. That's stupid. That's stupid. Because the rule of law is if she said no, then it's no, right? If she said no, then it's no, right? You hear me? If she said no, then it's no, right? So you telling me, okay, well, even if she said yes or no, it don't mean anything. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And this is the thing that confuses everybody. Oh, regardless of what she says, okay? Regardless of what she says, oh, Diddy is wrong. No, that's stupid. That's stupid. You had all these times, you had a lot of times to tell this man, I don't want to be doing these freak offs, okay? And because you didn't want him to be doing it with another woman, okay? You didn't want him to do it with another woman, so that's why you kept doing these freak offs. Who does freak offs? She said 36 to 4 days. How? How? Ain't that much sucking and fucking and all that in that much time? Where? They said when they were finished, the room smelled like ass and pussy. Of course. Of course. The room gonna smell like that. Of course. Okay? Now you telling me that, oh, he made you do it on your period too? Baby, no. First of all, nah. You wouldn't have got, listen, ain't no way. And the men who were doing it too, they was there doing it, ain't no way. All that, y'all not using anything? What is going on? Okay, what is going on? Talking about, I was asking for results and this and that. I was asking for testing and this and that. I'm gonna share something with y'all, and this is nasty, my brothers. This is no hate towards y'all from every color. This is no hate towards y'all, but y'all not responsible when it comes to laying that pipe down correctly. Correctly meaning protection. Okay, if a woman don't tell you to strap up, you lose all sense of direction unless you love yourself. Unless you love yourself or you've been burnt before. And so that taught you. That itching, that scratching, and that burning had taught you. Okay? But other than that, a man will go in you raw. Do you hear me? A man will go in you raw dog if you don't tell him strap up. Now I know it's nasty, but it's true. Lenard said it best. He said it best. Y'all see what he put in that chat? Lenard said it best, honey. Ain't no way. It's disgusting. Who are we here like, oh, this makes sense. This does not make sense. It doesn't make sense. You said you had sores and everything inside you, but JJ, you was doing this. Baby, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I don't care what nobody say. Ain't no way. You had men from your past that loved you before Diddy. But because he was the big fish and you were trying to move your career, so you thought it made sense to let me spread my legs for this man. And everything that you wanted, he didn't give you. He just gave you money. He put you in houses. He gave you cars. That's it. But the career you wanted, you didn't get. Name one song y'all remember with Cassie. Name one song you remember. Matter of fact, I'm going to say 3. Name 3 songs you remember with Cassie. Music career is done. Music career is done. All we know is that Diddy was screwing you. That's all we know. All I'm saying is that when we get in here and we blame Puff, when we blame the diddler, okay? When we blame Puff Diddy, Sean Combs, no matter how many names that you have called this man, when we get in here and blame him, we got to blame her too. You're responsible. It's your body, baby. It's your body. No accountability on her side. Nah, it's not no accountability. She's not responsible. Why? Why is she not responsible? If you like the content, please like and subscribe to the page. Also donate to the page as well. Okay, I need some more likes up in here. I greatly appreciate that. You understand? You will never get me to believe, you will never take heed to believe that this makes sense. She's not responsible. She wasn't old enough, but she was screwing and fucking other men before Diddy. So it's not like she knew out the gate. No. Some people like, oh, she was abused. She was this and that. Don't get me wrong. I saw the video. Don't get me wrong. What he did to her was horrible. But after that beat down in the hotel, and then you still stay with him, like 10 years after that beat down, you still stay with him. You still stay with him. You saw the way he was treating Kim. You saw that. Before you became his true side chick, you saw the way he mistreated Kim. You saw that. Like, you see your predecessor. I said this before. You see your predecessor getting the beat down. You know what I'm saying? She getting the beat down. You see this. You see the nonsense she going through. And so you like, nah, sign me up. Sign me up. Sign me up for the nonsense she going through. Because the way she lives, sign me up. If my king, when we were dating and he had somebody, right? He had somebody. If we were dating, he had somebody. And I saw him, not even dating. I just knew him because she just knew him at first. But I saw him lay the smack down on his current girlfriend. Okay? And I saw it. My whole mind would be turned off from this man. Like, I see you laying a smack down on this woman. She didn't do anything to you. She may spoke or said something you didn't like. And then I see you laying a smack down on her in the office, in your house, and nobody says anything. My mind would not even go near you. Like, I wouldn't even be wanting to, I want to be in that position. You know what I'm saying? Like, what woman sit there and be like, yeah, I sign me up for that. Sign me up for that beat down at 2 o'clock. Sign me up for that beat down at 3 o'clock. Sign me up for that beat down at 4 o'clock. Yeah, sign me up. Well, what woman does that? Okay? What woman does that? A greedy woman. A greedy woman. We ain't talking about a woman who is the average Joe that is being beat down. We're not talking about that. We talking about a woman who lived the lime life, who lived in beautiful houses, drove in nice cars, had money because of Diddy, and she just was like, I don't care what the hell going on around me. I'm going to still do what he want me to do because this is my life. You hear me? You wanted that life. Nobody will get in here and tell me that, oh, she didn't want that life. Then why you leave your man of substance before Diddy? Okay? Why you leave him and go run to Diddy? You saw how Kim was being treated. And you like, nah, sign me up for that beating at 2 o'clock. Sign me up for that beating. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I'm not doing that. Ain't no way. I don't care how much, I love him, this and that. No, ain't no way. Ain't no way. You will never get me to believe that makes sense. I'm not. I can't be like some of y'all because she saw Kim getting beat down. It's not like she didn't see her. She saw Kim getting a smack down. And yet she said, sign me up. I'm going to share something with y'all. This is nasty. Certain men know who they can hit and who they can't hit when it comes to women. This is the uncomfortable truth. Some men know who they can hit and some men know who they can't hit. Okay? It's when a woman stands up for herself. Men know that they can't lay hands on this woman. They just know. They know they can't. They might try, and then the shit go left. Okay? And then it go left. I'm just saying. Now, Lee, nobody else sees your comment. Oh, 18 sees your comment. And what happened? Let me see. You deleted it. You hit him too. Okay, 18. That's good. I was about to tell him, why you here, baby? You don't have to stay. The uncomfortable truth is that they want us to be like, yeah, Diddy was the whole problem. But she was a whole problem too. This was a toxic relationship on both parts. Men know who they can hit and men know who they can't hit. They know. I'm going to share something with y'all. And this is the uncomfortable truth. This is the uncomfortable truth. If you ever have to lay hands on your man, or your man ever have to lay hands on you, y'all shouldn't be together. Y'all should not be together. I don't care what anybody say. Y'all should not be together. I don't care how much you say you love this person. If y'all gotta be thumping it out, going to war, fighting each other in the house, y'all should not be together. Let that go. Do you understand? Because it's going to lead both of y'all to either the grave or jail. Okay? Jail or to the grave. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to happen. Jail or to the grave. You should never be in a relationship where, okay, one day we in here, we loving each other. The next day we doing a smackdown. No, that should not be. Me and my king been married 18 years. Never, not one time, this man laid one finger on me. Never, not one time, I laid one hand on my husband. You understand? Laying hands on someone is not love. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's not love. I don't care how your mind, you don't think that thing, oh, because you saw your mama doing this, you saw your papa doing this, and so you thought it was love. If somebody got to lay hands on you, that is not love. It's not love. You can never sign, take heed up for that. That's not love. Love is, I'm worried about you. Love is, I want to heal your wounds. That's what love is. Love is, I don't want to see nothing bad happen to you, and I don't want to be the cause of it. And love is correction as well. But physically throwing hands is not love. That's not love. I don't care what you saw growing up. That's not love. When I was young, I watched my mama lay hands on my father and my stepfather. Okay? She couldn't get her way, she'd lay hands on these men. Mind you, both of these men were strong men. I saw both of these men thump out with men before when I was young. And I kid you not, these men looked like titans. My mama would lay hands on these men because she knew if she called Popo, they was gonna get locked up. So she would lay hands on these men and they wouldn't touch her back. They wouldn't touch her back. You'll see them holding their hands up, this and that. You know why she punching them, punching these men in their face, smacking them, blood, all the nose, everything. Because she knew they couldn't do nothing to her. They would hold her, try to hold her and this and that to stop her from hitting and stuff like that. This is the uncomfortable truth. You would never tell me my mama loved any of those men. You would never tell me. Love is not laying a smack down on anybody. You keep your hands to yourself. You love somebody, you never want to see foolery. You never want to see foolery. You never want to see anything bad happen to them. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Let's get to the next video. Here we go. So this is a Dr. Yasmin, okay? She came in and she said that Diddy eyes, what she remembered is that Diddy eyes went black when he didn't get his way, that he didn't get his way with Cassie. His eyes went black. And so Cassie knew when he was upset, knew when he was happy, and she was very careful in how she spoke to him. Okay? So they're saying like, oh, he went through tantrums and this and that. The uncomfortable truth is Diddy is a Pookie. Diddy is a Rere. Just because he had money doesn't mean he's a man of substance. And that's the thing that the black community get confused. White women get it confused too. Oh, because he has money, he's a man of substance. No, he's not. A man of substance work at Home Depot. A man of substance might be the manager at Mickey D's. A man of substance might be the manager at White Castle. A man of substance might be the police officer. A man of substance might be the postal worker. A man of substance might be, who else? Lowe's, okay? That's what a man of substance is. Just because you rich does not make you a man of substance. Because Pookie and Rere, you can tell Pookie and Rere behavior. You hear me? You can tell Pookie and Rere behavior. I don't care how rich the person is. You can tell Pookisha and Rakeisha behavior. I don't care how rich she is or how much money she got or how much property she got. She toxic. Give me a man of substance that work a 9 to 5 before you try to give me somebody who talking about they the king of the world. Here we go.
Described Diddy as polarizing. She says at times he would be charming, vibrant, and other times his eyes would go black and he would go into fits of uncontrollable rage. And the person she loved was no longer there. She says something as simple as making the wrong facial expression could get her hit in the face. She says he would constantly say, fix your face, watch your mouth. It could also be something completely unrelated, she said, a bad phone call or a business deal gone wrong, and he would take it out on her. She says she then learned how to manage his emotions, when to bring things up and when not to. But it was always in the back of her mind that she could get hit at any time. And when he did, she says that he used to mash her head, stomp her head, bust her lip, bruise her body, and drag her by the hair. She also says that she quickly picked up on his obsessive nature. She called him an incessant caller, meaning that if she didn't pick up the phone, he would keep calling, or have an assistant do the same. And if she never picked up the phone, well then an assistant or himself would show up at her front door. He even gifted her an apartment on the Upper West Side and had a key. In fact, throughout their entire relationship, they never lived together, but he always lived a block or maybe 10 minutes down the road. She also says that he wanted to know down to the minute what she was doing every day and gave her what she now refers to as busy work. Earlier in the relationship, he would give her tasks like writing music, meeting with producers, working on her album. He would fill up her day to make sure that she was being productive. But today, she refers to it as busy work because none of those albums saw the light of day. She thinks it was just a control mechanism so that he could keep track of her. And without new music, her fans moved on and her music career started to die. There were also plenty of modeling opportunities that she was getting approached with that he forced her to turn down. I do want to note an interesting exchange around this time. Basically, prosecutors asked Cassie, did Diddy kill your revenue stream because you could have been making money off of these albums that were never being released? And in other words, she basically said, I made that much money off of the first one, which is very much in line with what past bad boy artists have also said. Cassie described Diddy.
But this is the problem. Why did everybody believe that Diddy was the end all? You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have still done your career and it probably would have took some time, but at least you went the righteous way. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I would rather go the righteous way than go the devil's way, because in the end, look how all this nonsense played out. Good morning, Corey Joe. How are you? It's good to see you, my brother. You understand what I'm saying? Look how all this foolishness played out. Where's the victory in all this? If you like the content, please like and subscribe to the page. Also donate to the page as well. Where is the victory in all this? There is no victory. Now you have a husband that he's second guessing. Because let me share something with you. They are behind 4 walls. They're behind four walls. You have a husband that is second guessing the whole situation. He's like, why did I put myself in this foolery? Nobody can tell me this man is not somewhere thinking, why did I put myself in this foolery? No man can sit there and stomach. You understand? You understand? No man can sit there and stomach this foolery. No man can sit there and stomach all this that's being played out in court. I don't care what color the man is. This is heartbreaking because you know what? He thought he was coming to save somebody. He thought he was coming to save somebody. Regardless of some of y'all women talk about, oh, he knew what she was doing. He knew what she was doing. No woman will get in here and tell me that the man that you got right now, we gonna say boyfriend, the man that you got right now, that you told him the truth about every past relationship you had. No woman can get in here and tell me you told your current boyfriend about your past, every relationship you had, you told him the truth. No, you made it look like you was the victim. Unless you have a man of substance and he said, that does not sound right. So what really happened? Because there's some men that'll be like, well, what did you do? How did that play out like that? When I was dating my king and I was telling him my first marriage didn't go well, and my king said, so what did you do? He didn't even let me get in here and be like, oh, he did this, he did that. My king said to me, well, what did you do? What did you do that made your marriage fall apart? And he said, tell me the truth. You know, I'm not here to get on you. I just want to hear it. See, you need a man that's going to ask you, what did you do? That's what you need. You need somebody to ask, what did you do? Because we get out here and be like, this is my victim card. Okay? This is my victim card. This is my victim card. This is my victim card right here. So nobody will tell me she told that husband all the stuff she did with Diddy. Every nook and cranny that she got to get up there and tell that judge and those lawyers, ain't no way. She made it seem like Diddy was the monster. That's why the husband is hurt. Because she made it seem like Diddy was the monster and she didn't agree to none of that foolery. You know why I'm so hard on Cassie? Anybody want to know why I'm so hard on her? It's because she saw Kim get done dirty. You saw Kim get done dirty and yet you still signed up for that foolery? Like you know what's going to happen to you. And you still sign up for it. Okay? That's like you being with a man. No, we ain't gonna say me. That's like you see the devil at the top of the cliff, right? You see the devil at the top of the cliff. All the people got beautiful clothes on. They rich and this and that, right? Now, when the devil is tired, he start throwing people off the cliff. No, boom. I don't need you no more. Okay? And the other ones see that the devil threw the one person off the cliff, but they still dancing, they still partying like, yeah, it's good, I got all this stuff like that. And now when it gets your turn, you see the person before you, the devil say, boom, no, I'm done with you. And you still dancing. You still dancing. You see the devil pushing everybody off the cliff and your stupid behind still up there behind the other person dancing and shit. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Good morning, Mrs. She said. How are you? It's good to see you, honey. Yes, I believe that, Green. I see what you wrote in here. I believe that too. You see the devil knocking all these clowns off. Once he done, he knocked that one off, and you still dancing. When is it that you turn around and say, you know what? Let me take off all this jewelry. Let me give all this money back. I don't want to be thrown off the cliff. Let me give all this stuff back and say, you know what? I'm done. The devil can't hold you. You turning around and saying you done. See, this is why when y'all say the devil made me do it, no, the devil gave you a choice. He just showed you choices. And you decided to take the easy way. And so now, since you decided to take the easy way, the ending is you get pushed off the cliff. That's the ending. You get the party for years. You get the drink for years. You get to spend all this money for years. And at the end, that the devil is tired. He want a new clown to come to his circus. He just pushed you right off the cliff. You saw it. Like all y'all lined up. You saw each person fall off the cliff. And yet you stayed in the line? Oh, shit. I'm not staying in the line. You wouldn't even, I'm gonna take heed, not gonna get in the line. I'm not even gonna get in the line. Take heed, I could make you famous. I could do all these things for you. You could have all this money, this and that. And then take heed gonna say, well, what I gotta do? Oh, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta do orgies, you gotta do what? What? I'm gonna say, yeah, you keep that. You keep that. You keep that. Let me take the long road. I'm gonna go around. Let me take the long road. I'll take the long road. Because one thing about Yahweh, when you take the long road to success, you get to keep it. You get to keep everything. Every lesson that you learn going a long way, you get to keep everything. Once you hit the top, you get to keep it. But when you go the easy route, because you know Satan is there waiting. When you go the easy route, okay, once he done with you, I'm finished. I'm finished. Once he say I'm done, he push you off the cliff. Then all these accusations come out. You got RICO charges and all this other stuff. Because I got a new clown that's going to come in. I don't need you no more. I got a new clown that said they gonna do worse than what you did. So I don't need you no more. Let's get to the next one. Here we go. This is Chatty Patty Jr. Shout out to Chatty Patty Jr. Here we go.
A blow-up pool filled with baby oil and Astroglide and had Cassie dunk herself in the pool. I'm in the courtroom. The kids is in the courtroom. The daughters, the baby mama, the mama in there. Everybody grasps it. Like, whew. You see black people, you know, we in the courtroom, so we all got to be quiet and stuff. You just start seeing, you know, black people. Niggas start, they can't take it. After they do the oil, then comes the oral. You know what I mean? So the man is supposed to, Cassie, Diddy's supposed to watch. The man is supposed to shoot all over Cassie's stomach or inside of her. Then she goes in the room with Diddy. Diddy says, now put it on me. So she takes the man's and uses it for Diddy to with, and while she rubs it on his nipples. And he's in there stroking to the man's nut. Girl, I'm a...
Okay now. All right now. Daniel said it's gross. I know it's gross, baby. I know it's gross, man. Oh my God. Okay. Baby oil in the pool. Melissa said no words. Yes. Baby oil in the pool. Oh my God. Okay. Baby oil, you got to dip her in baby oil and Astro what? Oh my God. Now, here's the next one. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Lord, here's the next one, y'all.
For the lunch break, Cassie gets back on the stand and her testimony gets really graphic, so major trigger warning. She talks about how Sean had the final say on her career and her appearance, and that James Cruz managed her, but was doing so with one hand tied behind his back. Everything had to go through Sean. She said he regularly made comments about her appearance, telling her that she looked too Mexican, her hair looked bad, or her nails needed to be a certain way. Some days he wanted her to look really sexy, and some days he wanted her to look like a tomboy. He was very involved in her appearance and what she wore. During freak-offs, her nails had to be white or French manicured. She says her self-worth took a hit during the entire relationship. She says Sean would lash out by taking her electronics, cars, and other possessions. He would take the car away, the house, jewelry. The physical things didn't matter. I just wanted his approval. She testified that he had guns and safes in multiple homes, in his New York, Los Angeles, Miami, and New Jersey homes. These safes also contained cash, jewelry, and videotapes. She even testified about one of the times that her and Sean were in the middle of a freak-off and someone told him that Suge Knight was close by at a diner in LA, and how he got dressed, packed up, and they all headed to go look for Suge Knight. She talked about Sean's voyeurism fantasy, where he described it as a fantasy he had where he would want to see her having intercourse with another man while he watched. She says she agreed to do these things because she didn't want to upset him. I loved him. I didn't want him to think I thought anything bad of him. She says, I felt pretty horrible about myself. I felt disgusting. I felt humiliated. I didn't have the words to show how horrible I felt. I couldn't talk to anyone about it. She recalled drinking alcohol and taking ecstasy drugs the first time having intercourse with a sex worker for Sean's entertainment. I was so high I didn't feel much. Did this really happen to me? I didn't know what was going to happen after that, if we were going to do it more frequently. I said yes to more. I didn't want to make him upset or angry. Cassie says she did everything to stay in his good graces. I didn't want him to be upset or not trust me. He was a scary person and he would get violent. She said the freak-offs happened in all the homes and hotels. They go into detail about the baby oil being used at the freak-offs. Sean wanted it heated and he wanted it to be glistening, so we applied it every 5 minutes. There was a pool filled with baby oil during a freak-off in Beverly Hills. If Sean wanted it to happen, that's what was going to happen. There was no way around it. We used 10 bottles of baby oil, regular size. Cassie said she was expected to participate in freak-offs even when it was that time of the month, resulting in blood getting all over the furniture. Cassie says that Sean had an escort urinate on her during an encounter because it was a turn-on for him. Sean also participated in the urinating. I just felt humiliating. It was disgusting. It was too much. I choked. I didn't want to be doing that. I was in a position I couldn't easily get out of. I eventually put my hands up. Sean saw and told him to stop. I was choking. There was too much urine in my mouth. Sean urinated on me at the same time. Cassie had to use several websites to find escorts across the country. Some of the pages they used were Craigslist, Backpage, and Service Cowboys for Angels. She would show Sean the photos. If he was interested, he would tell her. If not, he would say no, ask for someone else. But he always had to approve the escort. Cassie said she would question the legality of the escorts online, and Sean would ask to see them to see if they were cops. They said that the workers were paid anywhere between $1,500 to $6,000. She testified that to get through the freak-offs, she would use marijuana, ketamine, or shrooms, whatever drugs were available. She says, I couldn't imagine myself doing any of that without having some sort of buffer. She said there were times where she became ill and Sean would tell her to keep going. She said I would actually vomit, and when I got sick during a freak-off, he would encourage me to get up and continue on with it. They asked her, what would you do after an escort finished on you? She said Sean would usually want me to put it on his body in the next room. Did you do that? Yes. Where? Usually on his nipples. Remember?
So when we hear this, okay, when we hear stuff like this, now, this is some freaky shit. This is this some freaky shit, okay? I can't even get out of here and tell y'all nothing else. This some freaky shit. And now you got, okay, I want to see her be charged too for the RICO case as well. You want to know why? Because you were hunting for these people. You were hunting for these people too. You were hunting for these people too. Okay? You were the line of contact for these people. Y'all was both doing some freaky shit. Now, how is it that now you're the victim? I don't hear that. You saw Kim. This is crazy, y'all. You saw how Kim was being treated. And so you like, sign me up. This is why I can't be like, this is, oh, she was an innocent bystander. I cannot, because you saw Kim go through the same thing. No, sign me up. Sign me up. You saw Kim being disrespected. He was dog walking Kim. If y'all look at Kim past pictures, Kim ain't never smiled. You ain't never see her smile at all. Okay? You never saw Kim smile. If you see pictures of her and I'll Be Sure together, you see Kim smile. But you never saw Kim smile. Kim lived the life of pain. May her soul rest in peace. She lived a life of pain, but she lived well. You understand? She lived comfortable, but she lived with a monster. Diddy is a monster. Nobody will get me to change my mind about that. The man is a monster. But you saw the monster doing nonsense to Kim. And yet you was like, nah, sign me up. Because I want to live well. I want to do all these things. I want to have all this money. Nah. I ain't with y'all with that one. I'm not going to agree to none of that. Okay? Now, woke pop culture is coming in, and she said this. Here we go. This is the next one. This is what she said.
Let's talk about Cassie's family. For years, I used to wonder, where was her family throughout all the stuff she was going through with Diddy? Because let's be real here, Yash Karat exposed the real inner workings of Diddy and Cassie's relationship like a decade ago. He revealed a decade ago what was going on with the freak offs and that Cassie was a smack slave. Like he spilled that tea. And the girls on Lipstick Alley also had spilled their fair share of tea about Diddy and Cassie. So the news has been out there, but y'all like to call everybody a conspiracy theorist, or y'all just don't believe stuff that is just too heinous for you to believe. So you just feel like it's all lies and hearsay. But like this tea has been out for a while now. And I used to always wonder, Cassie has a dad and a brother. Why haven't they jumped Diddy? Just like with Emily B and Fabulous. Like, why did Emily B's family sit there and watch Fabulous like spaz out on Emily B? And it's for the same reasons why the parents of R. Kelly's victims, you know, just sat there. Because the parents are the ones who sold them into that life. And they did it for financial benefit. So no, the people that sold you into it for a bag are not going to protect you. It just is what it is. And it's really sad. It's really, really sad. But I really want to talk to you guys about this because, again, it's a lot deeper than just Diddy. It's Cassie joining the modeling industry at 14, dating grown-ass Ryan Leslie when she was still in high school as a teenager, you know, and then Ryan Leslie handing her off to Diddy. Like, this is industry stuff. It's just like Holly and Chloe. Like, they were sold into the industry by their parents. That's why you don't see the parents anymore. Bow Wow, Justin Bieber, who else? Usher. They were sold into the industry by their parents. And that's why throughout their abuse, the parents remain mum and on hush mode because They sold their kid for a bag in exchange for a lifestyle in silence. Let's talk in the comments.
Now she ain't lying. She ain't lying. She ain't lying one bit. Okay? Money make you start talking funny. Money make you start talking funny. Okay? Money make you start talking funny. This ain't just start. This ain't just start. Anime eat the cake. Do you hear me? Anime eat the cake. This ain't just start. This ain't just start. Anime eat the cake. Okay? This ain't just start. This ain't just start. Get those kids to find out these kids. Okay? 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 Aretha Franklin. Let's talk about it. This ain't just start. Once these record industries find out that your child got some talent, they ready. Oh, we could do this with your child. We could do that with your child. Instead of the parent having some common sense and saying, let my kid go to school, let my kid go off to college, let my kid understand right from wrong. Okay? Let my kid understand that this industry is a beast. You know how many people have signed their children up to do all this foolery, and then now the child is a star, right? A star, but the child got all these problems. Because the child been twisted up, tossed out, bent over, all this other stuff. And the child, look at all the child stars right now. All the child stars right now got problems unless the parents stayed in their life. Unless the parent didn't let them do nonsense to their child. Look at Urkel. Out of look at Urkel right now. Look at Urkel. Out of all the child stars, Urkel is the only one that got some sense. I want y'all to look at Urkel. Okay? There's a couple of other ones, but Urkel comes to mind because his parents stayed in his life. They didn't let the industry do nonsense to him. And he still got money. Because what the parents do, the parents put the money away so the child would not be poor when he became grown. Okay? This is the uncomfortable truth. He went through a lot. He went through a lot. Urkel went through a lot. All those people that he worked with, he went through a whole bunch of stuff. People critique this boy. His mother and father had to keep giving him the courage to go do Urkel every day because he was being humiliated by these people that he worked with. Why you think they ain't do no reenactment of Urkel anymore? Who doing that? Who doing that? Who is doing that? Y'all want your kids to be so famous and not understanding that Holly Weir got all these fetishes. Holly Weir got all these demonic stuff. You want your child? I want my child to be famous. No, I want my child to finish school. I want my child to go off to college. I want to school my child about the streets. So when you get in here and do some nonsense, understand you are responsible for this foolery. Because the child beautiful, you push them into modeling. Nobody is watching the child. The child is going all to different countries. You can't travel with the child. They not letting you travel with the child. So grown people are interacting with these teenage girls, teenage boys as well. Because we never talk about the boys when something happened with the boys. It's always the girls. Y'all act like the boys can't never be touched. And that's sad. There's a lot of horror stories that men could tell you. But a lot of us won't listen because he's a man. He's a man. That couldn't happen to him, but he was a boy at one time. He was a boy at one time. There's a lot of horror stories. But because you want your child to be famous, you sacrifice your baby youth and their innocence because you want them to be famous. You want to chase that bag. You want that money. Baby, money will have you talking funny. Money will have you talking funny. Do you hear me? This whole stuff with Holly Weir is nothing new. This has always been all our famous singers that we love right now today, all the divas that we love in the Black community, even in the Caucasian community, the Hispanic community, all these people that we grew up listening to went through something. They all went through something. They have seen something. They know there's a type of road that you have to cross. Sometimes you meet up, you supposed to go see somebody, they tell you close the doors. You went there for a meeting, they tell you it's only you, close the doors. Okay? All right? Pastor got up there, told everybody, close the doors. Yeah. You going for a record contract and they tell you to close the doors. And it's a man behind the counter. He tell you to close the doors. You looking around. It's only you and him in here. And he tell you, listen, this your contract. But if you don't do this right here with me in this office, this contract is going in the trash. And so some of these men who always had love for women, okay? Always had love for women. He had to be put down on the floor to get this contract because he want to be famous. You understand? Teenage girls, they tell them, don't bring your mama. You come by yourself. Your mama done already went through the contract with me. But I told her I wanted to talk to you in private. And so the record industry already told the mama, send her by herself. The mama know. The mama know. Oh, send her by herself. She come to the office. He tell her, close the doors. Close the door. Now listen. You want to be famous, right? The girl say, yes, I want to be famous. You want houses, you want cars, right? Yeah, I want that. I want that. She excited, everything. He going to say, well, this is what I need you to do. Close that door. Close that door. Okay? Then he turn up the music real loud. Okay? And he tell her, this is what I need you to do. Lay down. And the girl ain't never done nothing before, but she have to do it because why? She want the riches and the fame. And then she come home trying to explain it to you, mama, and you just tell her, honey, go take a bath. Because you know what happened. Go take a bath, honey. We going to talk about it. And then your mama give you these famous words. And she switch it around on you. What happened in this house stays in this house. She switch it around on you and say, what happened in that office stays in that office. Make sure you don't tell nobody. We don't want nobody questioning your talent. How many boys had went home, told their mama this what happened, and she say, listen, this is what happened when you want riches and fame. Some of y'all parents need y'all ass kicked. Some of y'all parents need y'all ass kicked. You have sold these babies down the river because money have you talking funny. If you like the content, please like and subscribe to the page. Also donate to the page as well. Baby, y'all gotta be nice to me. Where's the likes at though? I see you not. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? But where the likes at though? I mean, at least be nice now. Come on now, be nice. Where the likes at now? Come on. Oh my goodness, y'all rude today. Everybody, y'all being rude to me. What did I? Y'all being rude. You being rude today. Everybody being rude today to me. Do you see this, Renee? Melissa, do you see this? Everybody being rude today. Okay, y'all being rude. You came in here, you saw my big face, and you was like, no, I'm going to sit here and listen. Y'all being rude. Hit the like button. Being rude. You being rude. Okay? Oh, my goodness. It's a lot of y'all that's rude in here. Okay? I got 82 people watching me, only 55 likes. Some of y'all being rude. Be nice. Why? Oh, that's nasty. Now, this is something we got to get into. Check this out. Now, this one is Tariq told you. Okay. Shout out to Tariq. Tariq told you. Okay. Here we go. Here's the next video. Here we go right here.
Back with a Diddy update. Yesterday was day 2 of the trial. Cassie took the stand. She was on the stand for 8 hours, everybody.
Carmen,
she is very much pregnant, 8 months, I believe. That's Diddy down there, very gray. You know, prison, well, not prison, jail will do that to you.
Okay.
But, you know, in the first video, I mentioned that there might have been some snowballing going on because one of the male escorts said that Diddy would like for him to, you know, ejaculate in Cassie, and then Cassie and Diddy would go to another room and just be in there for like an hour or two while the escort just waited. But no, they weren't snowballing. We found out what was happening with all that extra DNA. So first off, they were procuring these escorts from sites like Backpage, Craigslist, and like Cowboy for Angels or something like that. Some real salacious websites. The men had to have very large black you-know-what, you know, Mr. Diddy, he's got a BBC fetish apparently, and they had to be fully functional. Like if you couldn't get all the way hard, you weren't getting paid. And if you were struggling getting hard, he had Viagra for you. He wanted them things standing up. Sometimes he even made Cassie take the Viagra. I didn't know women could take Viagra, but apparently it increases sensitivity. The more you know. Cassie explained in great detail the preparation that went into these freak-offs, you know, what would happen during the duration of the freak-offs, because they were like sessions within the freak-off. It's like a very intricate process. She described the smell afterwards. It would smell like ass. You know, she said many times her furniture was ruined because of all the baby oil. They would go through as many as 10 bottles of baby oil in just one freak-off. One time, Diddy had this girl swimming in an inflatable swimming pool filled with baby oil and Astroglide. So she would just sit there and just marinate in all this lubricant. You know, when it was all over, there would just be oil, piss, and blood everywhere. Yes, blood, because, you know, a period don't stop nothing but a sentence. If you on your cycle, you still doing this freak off. But yeah, it was a requirement that the men finish either in or on Cassie. And then Cassie and Diddy would retire to a private room where Diddy would have Cassie take all of that leftover fluid from those men and rub them on his nipples. And that was how Diddy would get off. Pray for Cassie, everybody. She's been through a lot. You can pray for the escorts too if you want, but I don't feel...
I'm not praying for nobody. I'm not praying for nobody. That's nasty. Now, y'all remember she said she didn't turn down those freak offs because she didn't want him sleeping with anybody else. So when you hear her say, when you hear the news say that she slept with these men on her period, you understand? She didn't want Diddy to be sleeping with nobody. So that's why she... Oh my goodness. That you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go out here and I'm going to screw this man, all these other men or whatever, or the escort on my period. You know what I'm saying? And the escort is the escort, y'all nasty. Because ain't no way you thought this made sense to screw a woman without a condom and she on her period. You know what I'm saying? That's David. What's up, baby? Oh my God. Barbara, you right. It has been going on since then. The chitlin circuit is a part of that mess too. Green Beans, how are you? Yes, he is. He is from that community, Green Beans. Now, nobody gets my prayer. Nobody gets my prayer. I'm not giving no prayer. You had done it. You knew you was, you know what I'm saying? You were a willing participant. No, I'm not giving no. Pray for who? Pray for who? I'm not doing that. That's, y'all, this is nonsense here. This is nonsense right here. Okay? So because you didn't want Diddy to be doing it with nobody else, okay, this freaky stuff with nobody else, okay, you was like, yeah, I'ma do it because I don't want him doing it with nobody else. I'm gonna share something with y'all that is crazy. All of us on this live right now, we're judging how Diddy did his thing, right? We're judging how he doing his thing. But if somebody was able to walk in your mind, the dirty things that is in your mind, baby, the people who knew you will fall out. Only how his fetishes got done was because of his money. See, a regular average Joe, you couldn't come to no woman with that type of foolery. You could not. You understand? A regular average Joe could not come to a woman with this type of foolery. But his money had everybody talking funny. You hear me? His money and power and status had everybody talking funny. No, ain't no way. Ain't no way. The stuff that play out in our mind, we judging Diddy because, oh, that sound crazy. But how many men that you have scrolled through Facebook or either you have scrolled through Instagram and you saw a chocolate woman with a bathing suit glistening like rotisserie chicken, okay? You saw her glistening like rotisserie chicken, okay? Lenard said you're wrong, queen. Yes, I'm telling you right now, Lenard, okay? How many men have saw that glistening like rotisserie chicken, okay? Not the Walmart, not Walmart chicken, okay? We talking about the homestead, okay? We talking about the homestead, okay? You see that chicken glistening. How many men have saw that and they kept watching the video? Because melanated skin look nice glistening, okay? Melanated skin look nice glistening. My sisters don't even come with no smoke. Don't even come with no smoke. Because how many times have you seen a black man, brown skin, dark skin, light skin, looking like rotisserie chicken glistening that you had to keep watching? You was wondering when the towel was going to fall off because he had the towel flipped just a little bit, just a little tuck in the towel. And you was hoping through the video, because he was moving too much, that the towel dropped. So don't get in here trying to say nothing. All of us got some stuff in our mind. This man just was able to play it out because that money was talking funny. I said what I said, green beans. You know I said it wrong, but I said what I said. Okay? Rotisserie. Damn it. Okay? Now y'all know I don't speak well. Don't get in here act like y'all know. Don't try to get brand new. Don't get brand new. I see y'all, the old ones, the old timers, y'all be getting brand new. You know I said it wrong. Just continue with the conversation, damn it. Okay? You know I said it wrong. Long as my children don't talk like me, I'm happy. Okay? They talk like their father. Long as they don't talk like me, I'm happy. Okay? Because even the kids get in there and be like, Mama, you done said that wrong. This is how you say it, Mama. Okay? The kids got to correct me. This how you say it, Mama. Mama, that's not how you say it, Mama. Listen, this how you say it. Okay? Even the baby get in there, Mama, that's not how you say it. This is how you say it, Mama. Okay? Okay, this is what happened when you don't teach your children. You understand? I grew up in a drug addict home. This is what happened. I tried the best I could. I thought I turned out well. Long as my kids don't act like me, okay? They act like their daddy. I'm fine with that, okay? All right, don't give me hate, green beans. Don't be getting me hate. Don't give me hate. Y'all be acting brand new in here. Y'all be acting brand new. Okay, now let's get to the next video. Here we go. Okay, here's the next one. Okay, hey, thank you, baby. Talk your talk, queen. Thank you, Renee. Baby, you know I love you now. You know I love you. Green beans be hating. Okay, let's get to the next one. Here we go.
So the Diddy trial started yesterday, and they brought in one of the male escorts as a witness. And boy, did he share some crazy details.
I know he did.
We were told that this male escort was actually a stripper, and he was approached to come and basically do some woman in front of her husband. The woman, of course, was Cassie. The husband was Diddy. They said Diddy was just sitting in the corner in a white robe with a scarf around his face and a hat. Thank you. You know, he said there was never any protection involved. And at one point, he asked to see Cassie's medical records. He never saw them. I thought it was a little weird, though, because it sounded like he had fucked her raw a few times before he asked to see her papers. He said sometimes it would just be him doing Cassie. Sometimes it would be him and Diddy doing Cassie. Sometimes there would be other men in there. He said these sessions could last anywhere between 1 hour and 10 hours. Sometimes he'd get a few $100s, sometimes a few $1,000s. You just never knew. He said it would be some days he would go over there and he would just know he wasn't the first one. I guess it wasn't gripping the way it's supposed to. But you know, he may have been like the third, fourth, or fifth for that day. He was always instructed to finish inside of her. And when he would do that, Cassie and Diddy would like go into a separate room and do God knows what. And he said one time he faked it and just pretended like he finished. And then Diddy and Cassie went into the other room. And then Diddy came back out like, hey, are you sure you did the do? So I guess him finishing inside of her was very important. It sounds like there was some snowballing going on. And I don't know how to explain what snowballing is without getting my account banned. So y'all might just have to run to Google for that one. But yeah, that was day one. It was very heavy. Also, his kids were in there while like all this was coming out. And they played the video of him beating Cassie like 1,000,000 times. Day two is today. I'm sure we'll hear some more details. And you know, I'll be back to let y'all know what happened. So
and the thing is that the babies are in the courtroom listening to their daddy doing all these things to these women. Okay? Doing all these things to not these women, her, Cassie, okay? Doing all these things to Cassie, okay? Oh my God. All these things to Cassie. And this is the thing. You asking for medical records and you never got it, but yet you still doing it. You still do something with this woman. You know, money will have you talking funny, baby. Money will have you talking funny. Do you hear me? Because you know what's going on sound crazy, okay? You know what's going on sound crazy. And yet that money have you talking funny. Oh my God. Now here is one of the women. She's a Caucasian woman, and she said this. This is what she said. Check this out.
You have not been in a relationship where you were mentally, emotionally, and physically abused. Keep your mouth shut about Cassie. If you have not been in a relationship where you were mentally, emotionally, and physically abused, keep your mouth shut.
I want to share something with y'all. Do you ever notice, and because women play this card so hard, it's hard for people to believe they have been mentally, physically abused by a man because they play this card so hard. Anytime a woman is separating from a man, okay, she might be divorcing him or they don't go together no more, something like that. The first thing she tells the judge is that he's abusive. That's the first thing. Mind you, Never put out a report, none of that, never reported it to the police. But the first thing she does is he is abusive. He's physically and mentally abusive towards me, and I'm trying to protect my children. The judge asks, was he abusive like this when you were dating him? Yes, he was. The judge said, so then you had a baby with him after you knew he was abusive? This is why I can't rock with y'all. Because she saw Kim getting the smackdown. She saw Kim. So what you thought? You was going to get in here, he wasn't going to be smacking you down? Did you think that? You know what I'm saying? Did you think that? That, oh, no, he only was going to be giving Kim the smackdown. He wasn't going to give you the smackdown. When Kim got sent to glory, okay? When Kim got sent to glory, see, this is the thing. You were the side chick, right? You were the side chick, right? Kim was the main chick. So Kim got all the foolery, okay? She got all the foolery. So you got all the fun being the side chick, right? Okay. So now Kim got sent to glory. She got called home to glory. Okay, may her soul rest in peace. And so what does that do to you, my dear? You graduate. You graduate. You become the main chick. You become the main chick. Okay? You become the main chick. And see, you always got people in here. Check this out. Look who just came in here. Look at this right here. Girl, her brain wasn't even developed. She's a kid. See this? Right here. How many women, let's tell the truth. Let's get in here and tell the truth. How many women used to, back in the day when you went to high school, okay, age 16, 17, a blue caddy will pull up in front of your school. They had caddies galore. Blue caddy, red caddy, black caddy, pull up in front of your school. And one of your girlfriends or a girl you knew in your school will be getting in that car with this man. That a teenage girl, 17, 18, 16, don't know that this is wrong. We always got somebody in here. Oh, no, she doesn't know. You know, they don't understand what they're doing. Oh, no, I was young. I don't understand. I was young, too. I understood everything I was doing. I was young, too, but I understood what I was doing. I understood what I was doing. See, the tables only get turned when the man starts doing what you want him to do. And now, oh, I was young. I was too young. I didn't understand what was going on. Where was your parents? Where was your parents? When you was bringing home groceries and stuff like that, when you was paying light bills and gas bills, when you was paying rent, where was your parents? Why your parents wasn't asking no questions? Where was your parents? So when y'all get out here and you come with this, you know, Johnny come lately, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that Johnny come lately stuff. I don't. Not one bit. I had no time for that. Okay? I'm just letting you know. So now check this out. The next one, she says, you don't, the woman says, she says, you don't understand. The woman in the video said, you don't understand. You don't understand. Cassie took the stand, but you don't understand. You don't understand what a woman goes through. You got to close your mouth. You got to close your mouth. You don't understand. And this is why, Oh, Johnson, that's good. Thank you. I appreciate you. I love that. Thank you. You said I'm going to unfollow you. Thank you, baby. Thank you. I hate people who are delusional. So that's good. Thank you. Oh, Renee, that's fast, Renee. Renee, that's fast, Renee. Renee, that's nasty now. That was too fast, Renee. Renee, My Maz is a problem. Y'all, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem, baby. Why you so tough, Renee? Now, let's get to the next one. Okay? Let's get to the next one. Y'all know this gentleman right here. His voice sound real familiar. Y'all know this gentleman right here. Okay? Renee said, I got you, queen. I see you, baby. I see you. Okay? Y'all know this brother voice right here. It sounds real familiar. Check this out. This is what he said. Here we go.
Porn star, bro. If you got a chick that's a porn star, you know she done been through a lot of men. It's allegedly that Cassie went through a lot of men because Diddy orchestrated her to go through a lot of men. Because she didn't have this behavior prior to him. She even said that Diddy is the one who taught her how to do fellatios. You understand? She said that. So I'm like, he showed up? He's showing this girl, not with him, but with other dudes. Like, it didn't come out in court yet, and they didn't get into it like that, but did Diddy stop her and say, you're doing it wrong? And he started doing it himself and showed her how to do it? She's a porn star, bro. If you got a chick that's a porn star, you know she done been through a lot of men. It's allegedly that Cassie went through a lot of men because Diddy orchestrated her to go through a lot of men. Because she didn't have...
I want to share something with y'all. So a man can't show you how to give a fellatio. Is that a crime? He can't give directions. I'm not here taking up for Diddy. I'm not. But we out here. I'm just saying. I'm not taking up for him. I'm not. But they did some kinky shit. They did kinky shit. That's what I'm saying, green beans. They don't have none. Where is the Rico? You know what I'm saying? Where's the Rico? We're just hearing stuff about two freaky people that was doing freaky shit, and the kids are hearing it. You know what I'm saying? The kids are in there like, damn, I didn't know daddy was like that. You know what I'm saying? The kids are hearing this stuff, that they daddy did some freaky stuff. Okay? You know what I'm saying? All these people who know the secrets about what happened with Puff, I'm saying Puff and Diddy, the same person. All this stuff that happened with Diddy, Cassie, Kim, they all kept quiet. They all kept quiet. It's only till the money started drying up. Now everybody start talking. Just like R. Kelly. When the money started drying up, that's when everybody started talking. The parents knew that their children were underage, and yet they still let them go be around these people. Because why? That child was bringing home groceries. That child was paying a light bill. That child was paying the gas bill. The child was paying rent. The child was paying mortgage. Okay? That child was doing all these things. So mama stayed quiet. Mama stayed quiet. Long as the child can do all these things, mama stayed quiet. It's only when the money start drying up, that's when you see parents want to be parents. You look at R. Kelly's situation. Did you see how those parents came all out? And when I saw the parents, I was like, they sold that child. That once I saw the parent, I was like, they sold that child. The money dried up. And that's when you got people out here talking. If the money never dry up, you don't hear nothing. You don't hear nothing. You think our entertainers are the only ones that have done this nonsense? Who runs the music industry? Who runs the music industry? It ain't us. It ain't us. Who runs the music industry? Don't put it in the chat. Y'all already know. Y'all already know. Don't put it in the chat. I don't want my channel to get messed up. The small hat people run the music industry. All this, doing this kinky nonsense, they started this foolery. Do you hear me? They started this foolery. All this wearing masks and stuff, and in this ballroom, everybody naked and stuff, so you don't know who is who. So now when you see these artists walk in and they looking around, they see all these small hat people. Okay, they see all these small hat people that got all these fetishes and everything like that. I like her music. I wanna sleep with her. So you got like 10 men trying to sleep with her, one person, and if she don't do this thing, then she ain't gonna get the record deal. This is not new. This is not new. This ain't new. People who run Hollywood is the small hat people, and y'all gonna do these fetishes. Y'all gonna do these fetishes, or you ain't gonna see the riches that you want. You're gonna get down there on all fours and do the rich and do what I want you to do, or you not gonna get what you want to get. You're gonna get in that room and screw 10, 12 of us, okay? You're gonna suck and do all these things, and if you don't, then you're not gonna see, you're not gonna see what you want. You're not gonna get what you want. Black people don't run the music industry. They don't run Hollywood. This is nothing new. The chitlin circuit had to go through the same thing. This is nothing new. This is fetish shit. This stuff ain't nothing new. It ain't nothing new. But how is it that all our icons get pulled down for this? But all these other people who run the music industry that is Hollywood, you hear nothing, because why? The money ain't run out. The money ain't run out. When the money start running out, that payment start running out, that's when we start telling. Books get done, movies get done. That's when shit start getting released. You hear me? When that money start looking funny, that's when we got to start telling. I got a book. I'm bringing a book out. All this other stuff. That's when shit start getting told. But when that money is still consistent, or the person that passed away, that's only how the money stopped. Now you want to come out and tell. Here's the next one. T. Let me see. Okay, here we go. I was about to say T. The Shade Room. Okay, here's a little something from the Shade Room. Shout out to the Shade Room. Here we go.
Legal team has finally finished its cross-examination of Cassie, which has primarily focused on Cassie's rape allegations against Diddy, as well as the events leading up to and immediately after the filing and settlement of her 2023 sexual abuse lawsuit against him. The defense had a lot of questions about discrepancies in the dates that Cassie alleged the rape occurred. Initially in her lawsuit, Cassie stated that the rape occurred in September of 2018. And earlier in her testimony this week, she stated that the rape allegedly occurred in August of 2018. Moving even further, the defense had questions about the verbiage that Cassie may have used on the stand versus in her lawsuit, where in her lawsuit she alleges that he forced his way into her home and subsequently raped her. But on the stand, she testified that Diddy followed her into her home and forced himself on her. The defense pointed out that just a few months after the alleged rape occurred, Kim Porter passed away in November, and Cassie attended Kim Porter. Diddy's legal team has finally finished this cross-examination of Cassie, which has primarily focused on Cassie's rape allegations against Diddy, as well as the events leading up to and immediately after the filing and settlement of her 2023 sexual abuse lawsuit against him. The defense had a lot of questions about discrepancies in the dates that Cassie alleged the rape occurred. Initially in her lawsuit, Cassie stated that the rape occurred in September of 2018. And earlier in her testimony this week, she stated that the rape allegedly occurred in August of 2018. Moving even further, the defense had questions about the verbiage that Cassie may have used on the stand versus in her lawsuit, where in her lawsuit she alleges that he forced his way into her home and subsequently raped her. But on the stand, she testified that Diddy followed her into her home and forced himself on her. The defense pointed out that just a few months after the alleged rape occurred, Kim Porter passed away in November, and Cassie attended Kim Porter. Diddy's legal team has finally finished this cross-examination.
So if someone R-worded you, let's talk about it. If somebody R-worded you, how come you don't remember the exact date and time? Is that not a nightmare situation that you remember? Something horrible happened to you and you don't remember. There have been nightmare situations that had happened to me growing up, and I can recant the day like it happened yesterday. As old as Take Heed is, I can recant the day that it happened. Tell you what I had on. Tell you who house it was. Tell you what that person had on, because it was horrible to me. It hurt me. Take Heed could tell you something that happened to her in the 80s. I can tell you something that happened to me in the 80s. That's how, especially if it was traumatic. Now, can I tell you all the good times? Nope. I can't tell you all the good times. But the dramatic ones, baby, I can recant it like it just happened. Like it just happened. So now, you telling me that now you not sure? Oh, he forced his way in, or he followed me in, or this and that. No. See, when you come to correct, you have to come with clean hands. When you're coming to report, come with clean hands. Come with clean hands. Know why I say this? I'm going to share with y'all why I say this. This is a little bit off subject. Yesterday, y'all know I was talking about the plantation being burned down. Okay? I'm not going to say the name of the plantation because I always say it wrong. But the plantation in Louisiana that was burned down. Okay? I was talking about this plantation. And there was a Caucasian man in my chat on Facebook. And he said that y'all people are excited that a piece of y'all history got burned down. And that's why your community is the way it is when y'all don't have fathers, your children are doing all types of crime. Y'all don't have a handle on your community. Y'all have the R word, the N word going on. Y'all have all this evil stuff, he said, right? And somebody was combating him in the chat. So I jumped in there. I said, when you come to correct, you come with clean hands. When you come to correct, come with clean hands. I don't see nothing wrong with anybody correcting anybody. But when you come to correct, come with clean hands. I said, since we're talking about the Black community, let's turn this around, because he also mentioned abortions as well, right? I said, so when we're talking about the Black community, let's come back and let's do it correct, okay? I said to him, the Caucasian community does the same thing, but the only problem is that their dirt doesn't get pushed to the forefront like the Black community. You understand? And the white community don't play that bull crap. You can't do nonsense in their community and be in the front. That's one shout out I got to give the white community. Because when their people on drugs, they do their baby mamas, they're doing all this type of foolery, they doing gang stuff. You know what they do? They put those mother MFers in the back. You will not be representing the white community. They put them bitches in the back. Okay? They tell them, get your ass in the back. Okay, you don't belong in the front. They tell them like that. But in the Black community, this be our problem. We leave these Negroes in the front. Like when they do nonsense like this, like, you know, the gang stuff, the selling drugs, the deletions and all this other stuff, they put them people in the front. Okay, so this is why the Black community is always on Front Street, because we promote these foolishness that sit in the front. And when you have Black people come out here that got sense and they say that shit don't look right, y'all ain't supposed to be in the front, right? And then this is when y'all get in here, some of y'all Negroes get in here and be like, oh no, don't be judging people, don't be talking about people, you ain't got no right to tell me what to do. And this is the time we need to tell y'all shut up and go to the back. Because the white community don't play that. They tell them go to the back. You want to do incest, go to the back. You want to do deletions, go to the back. You want to do drugs, go to the back. You want to be baby mama, baby daddy, go to the back. They tell them go to the back. Okay? All right? This is the uncomfortable truth. And I said this to this Caucasian man. All the things that the Black community does, the white community does it too. But only thing is that they don't broadcast it. I said, even in the Caucasian community, they have more incest than any community, especially Black. Incest is only 16%. That's still bad in the Black community. But when you're talking about the Caucasian and Hispanic, theirs is like 60 something, 56%. That's nasty. So when you come in here and judge the Black community, you have to come with clean hands. Come with clean hands. Because all the communities are a problem. You understand? All communities are a problem. But the only thing is that these two communities, the white community and Hispanic community, they tell these people when you doing bull crap, you got to go to the back. There right now in the Caucasian communities, you have some uncles, some fathers, some brothers that touch their own. And the family is scared to leave children around them. You have men in the Hispanic community that family members are scared to leave their children around them. That when they have family functions, they're watching their children like a hawk when they're around these uncles and brothers and cousins and stuff, and even the fathers. So when you come to judge, you got to come with clean hands, baby. Come with clean hands before you get in here and say the Black community this. Because yes, we got some dirt. And the black community, we got to get that shit right. The ones who in the front, all these baby kids, these monsters, the drug dealers, the everybody who doing nonsense in our community, they ass need to go to the back. Now let's get back to the subject. I just wanted us to get that clear. Let's get to the next one. Now here we go. The Change the Game TV. This brother came out. He said this right here. Okay. He said this right here. Here we go.
I'm not saying you're not a victim, and I'm not saying he wasn't abusive. If Diddy was a broke, would she have stayed? If Diddy wasn't famous, would she have stayed? If Diddy couldn't have do nothing for her career, would she have stayed? What are the chances that Cassie, this pretty young girl with a promising career, would have stayed with Diddy if he had nothing to do for her? Because she left Ryan Leslie for him, right? I'm just saying, that's corporate climate.
Letterman said the love triangle between you, Diddy, and Cassie ruined your moments.
What did Ryan Leslie do to her for her to leave him? He was helping her with her career, right? He was. Okay. She left him for Diddy. Why? Because I guess he was the bigger fish. You dealing with a woman that Puff provided her with a trainer, and she started sleeping with the trainer. And went as far as having 2 kids and married the trainer off of his dollar, right? But nobody's gonna look at it that way.
Your life is the aggregate of the choices you make.
Cassie, I'm not saying you're not a victim.
And when we say this in the melanated community, right? Let's talk about it. If your life is not right, you're going through bullshit in your life. Hey, Malik, how are you, honey? When you're going through bullshit in your life, nonsense in your life, a lot of y'all in our community, you blame your mama, you blame your daddy, you blame your grandma, you blame your grandfather. You blame your sisters, you blame your brothers. But guess who fault it really is? Guess who fault it really is? Anybody know? Guess who fault it really is? It's your fault. It's you. Go look in the mirror. That's you. Okay? That's you. The decisions that you make in your life, it's you. It's not nobody else. I don't care if your mama, your daddy, your grandma, your grandfather, everybody was doing nonsense. It's the choice that you make in your life that can have you to fail, okay, or succeed. You hear me? You gotta stop blaming other people. No matter what you're going through, baby, you got to stand up. You got to fight. Stand up. Nobody said that life was going to be easy. Okay, you born now. You done came to the world. And so now, did anybody tell you life going to be easy? Oh, no, your life ain't going to never. You ain't going to never have to go through nothing. You ain't going to never have to go through nothing. Anybody told you that? If ain't nobody tell you, you ain't going to never have to go through nothing. Then baby, you got to get up and fight. You got to get up and fight. I don't care what you're going through. You got to get up and fight. Whatever you going through in your life, you got to get up and fight. That's why Yahweh gave you another day to breathe. You got to get out and fight. No matter what it is, you got to get out and fight. I don't know who I'm talking to today. I don't know who I'm talking to. But whatever you're going through, you don't let it defeat you. Whatever pain you're going through, you may have lost your job. You may have lost your house. You may have lost your business. You haven't lost your life, baby. You haven't lost your life. Get out there and fight, damn it. You may have had a horrible relationship. Maybe you went through a bad marriage. Maybe you went to prison. Maybe you went to jail. Maybe you went through molestation. Maybe you went through the R word. Baby, you got another day. Wake up and fight. You can make it. I don't care if you was up here snorting crack and whatever, coke or whatever. You was hitting a pipe. You was popping pills. You was doing dope. I don't care what you was doing. Whatever decision you make, it's on you. Stop blaming everybody for the shit that you going through. You got to get up and fight. There's another day you got to get up and fight. Why you think Yahweh keep giving you another day? He trying to make sure you get it right. I don't care what you're going through. I don't care what you're going through. Somebody depending on you. Those children are depending on you. Your husband is depending on you. Your wife is depending on you. You got to get up and fight. And if you don't have no children, you got to get up and fight for yourself. You don't have no husband, you got to get up and fight for yourself. You don't have no wife, you got to get up and fight for yourself. Don't you let nobody get in there and control you and have you do stuff that ain't right. Only how I can be convinced that Cassie was not a part of none of this stuff, that he forced her to do everything. You understand? Only how you can take heed, get in here and agree that Cassie is the victim if she didn't get anything from this man. She didn't get anything from this man. And he just kept abusing her, and she didn't receive anything from this man. That's only how you can take heed to believe that she was not a part of the foolery. Because, baby, from what it looked like and how they doing her in court, baby, you were a part of the foolery. Alice, I see what you wrote, baby. What the conversation that I'm having, I would never talk about somebody being bedridden and sick. There's nothing that you can do about that. Only thing you can do is just continue to pray. Why would I say that, my dear? That's far from it. You can't do nothing about being bedridden and sick, my dear. I'm talking about when you are able-bodied. A bedridden person that is sick, all you can do is continue to pray and ask God to come in and do what he need to do. Ask God, said, let your will be done. People always scared to say that. Let your will be done. Because we want to ask God for all these certain things. We think God don't know what he doing. So we got to get in here and start asking for certain things. Ask him, let your will be done. Let your will be done. This is why I can't get down with stuff like this. I can't get down with stuff like this. And I don't care what anybody say. We're going to still be talking about Diddy and Cassie, but I can't get down with stuff like this. Oh yeah, he forced her. He did this, he did that. And yet she wasn't new to all these things. She had a man. She was sleeping with somebody. She had a relationship prior. Now, being a hoe, that's extra. He taught her how to do that. He taught her how to get out there and slang that, put JJ from the free throw line. He taught her that. Renee, you ain't lying, honey. You ain't lying, honey, because I'm sharing with you. It's hard for me to do it too. It's hard for me to do it too. But you know what? That's why you got to walk by faith. You got to walk by faith. When I find myself going through something, I say, Lord, let your will be done. What else can I do? What else can I do? Because if I let your will be done, Lord, I'm going to end up where you want me to be. And I know your plan for me does not mean that I'm supposed to be lost in the wilderness. Baby, it's nasty, honey. It's nasty. Now, we're going to get into the last video. Shout out to Anton Daniels. We're going to get into the last video about Cassie and Diddy, honey. Here we go right here. Here we go.
Nobody say Cassie agreed with that lifestyle. Cassie agreed with that lifestyle. Oh, now you coming against people of domestic. Can we even say that? Look, for all the ignoramuses that want to come in my comment section and say, oh, she's the victim, she's this, that, and the third. Let me explain something to you. If a person that's 21 years old gets into a car wreck and somebody dies behind that, it's their fault. It could be because they're drunk or high or under the influence. They will charge them because they chose to get behind the wheel of that vehicle. The same thing with Cassie.
That's a fact.
You decided to engage in all of this. Now, I don't understand why everybody's so shocked about, oh, did you hear that they did this and her mouth was wrong and all this? Because, you know, it's always popping up on my timeline. So I listen to what they're saying in court. But here it is. She's a grown woman.
She is.
And
we charge 17-year-olds that unalive people.
True.
16.
When you're 22 years old, when I was 22, I had a child and an apartment and a full-time job. You're an adult at that age.
It's 100 women versus accountability. The fact of the matter is that they keep trying to absolve her of participating in something that she enjoyed, engaged in, was involved in, threatened people in, made sure that she was very much making a phone call, setting stuff up. She got rich off of it. She lived a lifestyle, had multiple homes. She also was she admitted that she actually, you know, did some of the domestic violence, started it, was just as toxic as he is. And again, I said it from the very beginning and I stand on it now. I believe that she was the Bonnie to his Clyde. 100%. 1,000%.
And you cannot sit here and tell me. Now, I understand. I know some people that's been in DV and, you know, they was too scared to leave and all that. I get that. But it comes to a point to where you agreed with that behavior. Okay? You enjoyed that and you got filled with them same demons that he was filled with and that he passed out amongst the masses. Because it's been told he'll sleep with anything, including Carl Winslow. That's what's been said. So I want us to get off the whole Cassie train and feel bad for her, because I almost feel like women sometimes that engage in this type of behavior, they have to play the victim, because when something else comes to the surface, they can't be tied to it as if they agreed with it or had anything to do with something bad. That could possibly get them caught up and charged.
Well, I believe that, you know, and especially talking to different people that was in the courtroom, including Myron, shout out to Myron, I believe that she got complete immunity because he the target and HSI, the feds, they get funding based off of the big things that they take down. And so they have to get the conviction rate, and she is needed as a star witness. And so, as usual, the woman is going to be absolved from the things that she participated in and she benefited from.
I don't care what nobody.
Now, Anton Daniels ain't lying, because that's the same thing that happened. Now, I know this is another subject, but the same thing that happened with Kelsey Harris, okay? She said, I need complete immunity before I get out here and tell my story. I need complete immunity before I get out here and tell my story. So Cassie, more than likely, same thing, okay? I'll tell on them, but I don't want to go down for anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have no RICO charge on me. You understand? So I gotta be, but I'm gonna share something with you. This is not a star witness. This woman ain't no star witness. Y'all thought y'all had a star witness. That woman ain't no star witness. I don't care how many years she been with Diddy. That ain't no star witness. It sound like I was doing the same job you was doing. That's what it sound like. I was doing the same shit that you was doing. Okay, Malik, come on now. Come on now, Malik. I see you. Come on now. Charlie, I see you. Come on now. You already know I was doing the same job you was doing. That's what it looked like to me. You understand? You know what I'm saying, Charlie? I'm agreeing with you, baby. I'm agreeing with you. Come on now. Malik, I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying, how? Y'all doing the same thing. You're doing the same thing. You saw Kim get the smackdown laid on her. You saw Kim getting the smackdown. You were inside Bad Boy Records. You worked in that building. You saw everything. You went to his house. You saw things that happened to Kim. And you was like, sign me up on the dotted line. How? No. Sign me up on the dotted line. No. If I see somebody getting, ain't no way. If me and my king was dating or I was his side chick and I see him with his main chick and he dog walking his main chick, who's signing up for that? Who is signing up for that? I see him with his main chick. And so now I'm signing up for the same foolery that the main chick is going through. She going through the same. You see this and you like, yeah, sign me up. No. Sign you where? How? Baby, I see what you wrote, honey. I see what you wrote. You speaking the truth. Baby. Charlie said a desperate broken one. Baby, Charlie. That's what I'm talking about, Renee. She had his babies and he still was dog walking her. You see the babies. He still was dog walking her. She gave one thing. I want to share something with y'all that a lot of people don't understand. When a woman gives birth to your baby, when a woman takes time to give birth to your baby, okay? Let's talk about when she's carrying the baby and she's doing everything right, making sure the baby get the vitamins and feeding the baby properly and not doing nonsense in the street and doing, taking, playing music for the baby, taking walks, while she carrying the baby. She's doing all these healthy things like this. This woman loves you. She loves you. You can tell on how the woman take care of herself when she's pregnant with your baby. She takes her time to do everything. You know what I'm saying? She's taking care of her body. She's going to the doctor, this and that. You can tell how much a woman loves you because she wants to make sure this baby comes into this world safely. Okay? All a husband got to do is watch his wife. You already know how much she loves you and the way she takes care of herself when she's pregnant with your baby. That's how you really tell if a woman loves you. This is your lineage she's giving birth to. Do you hear me? And this tells you how much a man loves a woman and loves that child on how he behaves towards you while you're carrying his child. Vice versa. Okay? So you see how he was doing nonsense to Kim when she was pregnant with those kids. You see the nonsense he was doing after those kids had got here. Okay? All right? And yet you was like, sign me up. Okay? Sign me up for this foolery right here. Okay? You saw it. Like, it's not like, oh no, this just started happening. Like, oh, he just started doing it with me. No, he was doing it with Kim. Okay, he was doing it before Kim because they said allegedly he was laying hands on his mama too. So he was doing it before Kim. Okay, so Kim saw it too. Kim saw how he treated his mama, but yet Kim signed up for it too. You understand? Kim saw what he did to his mama. Any man that could get out there and lay hands on his mama. Okay? Lay hands on his mama. That's a problem. Kim saw it too, but yet she ran away from I'll Be Sure, okay, to be with the big fish. And so she got what she wanted. You got what you wanted. Baby, listen to me. Take Heed is not going to be on your side if you got what you wanted. You got what you wanted. You got the big fish. Now you got to deal with the demons that's behind the door with this big fish. And you did the same thing. Only thing I feel bad for is you didn't tell that husband everything that you did. Nobody will tell me she sat up there and told that husband everything she did. Ain't no way. Charlie, Lady Boss, thank you, baby, for the $10 super chat, honey. I appreciate you, dear, for donating to the channel. Thank you so much. Let me hit you with something real quick, baby. I appreciate you. Oh, my goodness. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Okay? Here we go. Here we go, Charlie, Lady Boss. Thank you for the $10 super chat, baby. Here we go. This is something funny. I found this yesterday. Here we go.
Phone that's for the whole family, that's safe in the house.
Oh, that's a landline. Oh, that's a house phone. Oh, how old am I? How old am I? How old am I? If people don't know what a house phone is. Oh, she explaining the house phone. It's on the go.
Like a phone that's for the whole family, that's safe in the house.
A landline. Y'all new generation. There's something wrong with y'all. A phone that stays in the house and everybody gets to use it. Yeah, it's a landline. Even though a lot of us don't use landlines no more. But that's y'all new generation is something else. Boy, Lord Jesus, I'm telling you right now. Okay? Now, Reggie, you right. That's the big problem. The big problem is that you touch your mama. That's the problem. Kim saw it. You saw how he treated his mama. And yet you still wanted to be with him. You was like, nah, I don't want I'll Be Sure. He cheated on me. But then you jumped into a whole cesspool when Diddy sleeping with everybody. Diddy sleeping with everybody. You want a deal, you got to come and sleep with Diddy. He said he take all comers. You know what I'm talking about. He said he take all comers. Okay? Allegedly. Okay? Diddy say, you want a record deal? I take all comers. Okay? You want a record deal? You got to get down and do something. You got to shake it fast if you want this record deal. Where did Diddy get that from? Where did Diddy get that from? Okay? I said the same thing, Lennar. I'm saying the same thing. They are trying to use her to buy or sell a conviction. Yes, baby, that's what's going on. Okay? Now, Charlie said, I still got one and it's $21 a month. Baby, go ahead now. Go ahead, honey. I hear you. This is the uncomfortable truth. I'm not going to get in here. I'm not going to agree with none of this nonsense at all. I'm not going to agree with none of this nonsense at all. Okay? Yes, Diddy is wrong. He's wrong. Nobody can get me to change my mind. He's wrong. But Cassie ain't no angel. And may Kim's soul rest in peace, but she wasn't no angel either. Okay? They knew that this man had all these demons. They knew. You see somebody whooping on they mama and you still sign up for that? Ain't no way. So if he hit his mama, he gonna hit you. Allegedly. I don't want to get sued. I ain't got no money. You see him doing nonsense to his mama, he gonna do that mess to you. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, y'all. Ain't no way. And you just was like, yeah, it's good. It's good. No, listen, I'm going to share something with you. Once all this stuff play out, that husband will not be with Cassie. Whenever that money run out, he going to leave her with those kids. And he ain't got nothing anyway, so I don't know what kind of child support he going to pay towards her in the first place. But that's what's going to happen, okay? I'm going to tell you right now, that's what's going to happen. Or either he gonna wait till she start making movie deals and this and that, and then talk about, oh, she making this type of money and the kids need a safe place to stay, and he gonna take those kids and she gonna be paying child support. Either or. I call it in advance. Either or. Because ain't no man can sit there and deal with that type of foolery. No man. My king always tell me this is why men leave. When they find out the stuff, like say if a woman cheated, they find out that their woman cheated. The first thing that a man imagine is how this other man had you in the bedroom. I don't care how much you crying. Talk about, I'm sorry. I love you. I ain't gonna never do it again. This and that. Oh my God, I love you. No matter how much you cry, he remembers in his mind that he ain't gonna be able to take it. That's why most men let you go. Once they find out you cheat, they let you go. No matter how many years y'all been together and he know how much it hurt to let you go, he let you go. Because why? His sanity. His sanity. Men are different. See, women put up with that mess. They be like, oh, I love him. It's okay. I love him. You don't know your boundaries. It's okay. I love him. And then he keep doing it again. One thing Taki will tell you is to find out why the cheating occurred. I ain't say stay, but I say find out why the cheating occurred. So if you could done something to do a change in your relationship, or either you move on. Because sometimes when cheating occurs for a reason, you ain't giving enough action to this man. You ain't laying that but JJ down. And I know that sounds strange, but you know what I'm talking about. You ain't riding that cowboy like you supposed to. Okay? So sometimes that happens. And then once you start increasing and when you start increasing the chandelier drops, okay? When you start increasing the chandelier drops, then that nonsense stop, okay? But this is why I tell you find out first. Not just bounce and leave. But when a man finds out, shout out to Ricky Williams. I see you in the chat, sir. How you doing? It's good to see you. Okay? So when a man finds out that his woman cheated, he gotta let it go. His mind can't let him sit there. His mind can't let him sit there. Do you know what it's like when a man find out that his woman has cheated on him? A lot of y'all don't know. Some of y'all sisters, well, he did it to me. I just paid them back. You should have just left him. You should have just left him. That's it. You didn't, you don't want that relationship. You should have just said, I gotta let you go. Instead of paying him back. Because you know what happens? Now, he got to sit there and think about how you was with this man. And it keep playing in his mind. That's why some men, once he catch you, he like, nope. He like, nope. He'll tell you quick, nope. I got to go. He going to tell you quick, I got to go. I got to go. He going to tell you quick. And you going to be like, oh, but I love you. I love you. I have seen it. I have seen it. Women on social media, I love you. Oh my God. I love you so much. Why? Here's a prime example right here. Here's one of them. I love you so much. Why? Here we go.
I'm paying for it. You ain't paying for shit. Dude, I didn't know. Shit. No. Yeah, you did know. She just said you knew. If I know, I would have came to another man's house. None of that shit, bro. Fuck up, bro. I would have never came to another man's house. Yeah, you did. You is. This is my house. You said it right. Another man's house, my crib. Yeah. Got this shit. I don't give a years, nigga. Get the fuck out. Both of us. Get the fuck out. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Why you put us in the... You should have looked around. Got my crib, bro. Both of you. I'm saying, bro. Goofy ass. You. Mariah, I swear to God, bro. I swear to God, bro. You ain't. Know exactly what I didn't. Get out of here, bro. Why is you still in here? Why is you still in here? I'm saying, like, get the fuck out before I'm you, bro. You lucky you want to still breathing because it's me. I'm letting you breathe. The fuck out my crib, bro. You gotta go too.
In this beautiful house, y'all. The house looked immaculate. The husband come home early. Okay? Now, don't worry. I know you couldn't understand because it was a lot of cursing. He had to block it out. The husband come home early, but I shared it in our group chat. All y'all got to do is go to our group chat on IG. The husband come home early and he gets upstairs and he walks in and she's screwing this man on their bed. Okay? All right? Screwing this man on their bed. Okay? He got his peace be still. Okay? He said, only why I'm letting you breathe is because, you know what I'm saying? I'm the only person that's letting you breathe right now. Because you didn't know. You didn't know what was going on. And then he says to the girl, why would you bring me here? Why would you bring me here? If you got somebody, why would you bring me here? And she gonna say, oh, don't try to put it on me. You know, you ain't look around. You ain't see the pictures. What the hell do you mean? And that you caught in the act, but you trying not take accountability. You caught in the foolishness, but you not trying to take no accountability. Nah, it ain't my fault. It ain't my fault you came over here. He came over there because you told him you gonna open your legs. That's why he came over there. To your husband's house. Did I say that right? Did I say that right? To your husband's house. You brought another man to your husband's house. That made sense to you, right? That made sense to you. That made sense to you, right? She said, I love you, I love you. She got the bed sheet wrapped around her. I love you. What do you mean you love me? You was just sitting there screaming this guy name. You talking about you love me. How? If you like the content, please like and subscribe to the page. Also donate to the page as well. Can you imagine? Straight up foolery. Straight up foolery. This is the thing that hurts so much. Y'all believe it's supposed to be an adventure every day with the man that you married to. Y'all believe it's supposed to be an adventure every day with the man that you've been in a long time relationship with. Every day y'all believe it's an adventure. Let me share something with you. Some days y'all just gonna lay on the couch together and watch TV. Some days he gonna lay in his lazy boy and be on his phone, or either he in the newspaper or he reading a book. There will be some days you will see him in the lazy boy drinking some wine and relaxing and watching the news. That's how it's going to be. Some days you're going to be bored. That doesn't mean let me go and open my legs for some man that I just met because I'm bored. I got to live the fast track life. I'm bored. Let me go do something. I'm bored. You know what I'm saying? I'm bored. Let me start cheating and stuff like that. You stupid. You stupid. You stupid. I'm bored. That's why a lot of women, married women, be cheating. Talking about, I'm bored. I'm bored. Get your ass a hobby. Take Heed gonna tell you get a hobby. You know what Take Heed does? I've been doing this since I was a teenager. I crochet. Yes. Yes. Yes, I grew up in the hood. I grew up in the crack house. All that stuff. Yes. And I can wreck shop. Yes, I can. But yes, I know how to crochet. I know how to crochet. Okay? And that's my shit. Every child that I have given birth to that walked on this floor, you hear me? Got a quilt from me. I crochet. Keep your ass busy. Keep your ass busy. When your husband is working and he doing what he got to do to take care of the family, keep your ass busy. Stop letting other men entertain your mind. Your husband working you on the phone, texting some Negro that you just met, your husband in your husband's house. You laying in your husband's bed. Does that ring a bell? You're laying in your husband's bed and you texting some other Negro. I'm bored right now. I'm bored right now. Can you come over? What happened? What happened? What happened to get your ass up and cleaning up? What happened to making sure he got a warm plate on the stove when he get home? No, I'm texting. I'm texting. Your husband is trying to maintain the house and that car you got out there, that beast of a truck you got outside, that you got spinning rims on that mess with some eyelashes that flip up and shit, and all the neighbors know your car and stuff like that. And he bought that monstrosity and that beautiful community because you wanted the damn car. Okay? And he pimped it out because you wanted it. And you out there spreading your legs like everybody could get it. Everybody could get it. Like the collection plate. No, get out of here. Get that nonsense out of here. No. Now you understand. Men cannot do that. They can't. They can't. Once they find out you cheat, they can't. I don't care how much they love you. I don't care how much they love you. Baby, I don't care how much they love you. That thing will play out in their mind. Y'all remember a couple months back, there was a woman that cheated on her husband, and they wrote a book about it. And she said, God got us through this. And I said, don't put God in that mess. When I heard it, I was like, oh, no, you can't put God in that. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. She said, God got us through. She was calling on Yahweh. God got us through this mess. That's what she said. God got us through this mess. My first question is, why was you letting another man entertain your mind? You're a married woman. So that means your husband that captured your mind, okay? You let another man come in and entertain your mind. And so now it was easy for you to sleep with another man. See, this is how you know to see when women cheat, it's not just, oh, because I wanted to. You understand? A man has to capture her mind first. That's why you get all the calls and the texts and stuff. Queen, how are you, Queen? How's everything, Queen? How you doing, Queen? Good morning, Queen. First text in the morning. Good morning, Queen. How you doing, Queen? What's going on? You know, this and that. How you doing today? What you doing today? You got you get the rundown. This man just met you on social media. You telling this man what you about to do. Your husband not home, this and that. And then sometimes you get in there, I'm lonely. And he says, I wish I could come over. And she said, I wish you could too. Ricky said, it's crazy how they say they need to be emotionally stimulated by her husband to get it going. But it means nothing when they cheat. They want to be men so bad. Now, he ain't lying. Y'all always require all this foolishness, you know. Oh, that's why I'm cheating because, you know, I remember there was a woman, it was a couple years ago, I was watching on social media, and they asked why doesn't she get, you know what I'm talking about, like waterfalls down there. And she said because I think she said, what did she say? Did she say I'm not attracted to my husband or something like that? Or she said she doesn't like it with her husband anymore. And she's been married like 20 something years, but she said she doesn't like it with her husband anymore. And I want to share something with you. A lot of husbands don't actually like to sleep with their wives anymore either, because what you do is you lay in a bed like this. You lay in a bed like this, just flat, like that. Yeah, there's a lot of men who don't like to sleep with their wives anymore, because you lay in a bed like this, just like this, just like that. Just lay in a bed, just like this, and then you go like this. But she sat up there and told the whole family, and somebody filmed them, told the whole family, oh, that's why I don't feel like that, because I don't like to do it with him anymore. I don't get waterfalls no more because I don't like to do. Let me share something with y'all, my sisters. This is every color. It's in your mind. It's right here. It's in your mind. It's nasty, right? Okay? It's in your mind. You understand? That's how you still have waterfalls. It's in your mind. So, whatever you want to play out in that bedroom, it's in your mind first. You understand? It's in your mind. So once you can get that mind to rock out, you can get that body to follow. Once you put it in your mind that this is about to be war up in here. This about to be war. When me and my king look at each other, my king will come downstairs. I'll look at him some type of way. And he'll look at me. And I'll do just like this. We about to have a problem. That's what I tell him. We about to have a problem. And you know what he tell me? Come on, baby. Come on, baby. I'm ready for that problem. Come on. Okay? You gotta be able, and this is another thing, y'all women who've been married long time, learn how to talk to your husband. The kids ain't gotta be around. Learn how to talk to your husband. Whisper sometimes, damn it. They ain't got to hear the whole conversation. Text them. Text them on the phone. Boom. You know, we got all these phones and shit. Text them. Say, listen, I'm gonna meet you upstairs in like 2 minutes. Okay? So you on the west side of the house. I'm on the east. Let's walk upstairs like we just, one after another. Okay, turn the music. I have been known to do this to my king several times. He just laughed, look at me and start laughing and walk upstairs. Okay? You understand? You make your marriage boring. You do. Okay? You do. That's right. Ricky said nap time. Nap time. Yes. Yes, it's a nap time. Okay? Music is loud. Okay? Okay? Marvin Gaye is my favorite. Don't get me started. Okay? I don't have time. Y'all do. She said she tired. I'm tired. I don't like to sleep with him no more. That means that it's your mind. Something's wrong here. Now, Charlie, why you telling my business, Charlie? I see what you wrote in here. Charlie said, take heed, you aggressive. Your husband, you aggressive. Okay? Your husband, so I know, okay? I know you don't lay in the bed like that. Now listen, Charlie. Don't be telling my business, Charlie. Don't be telling my business, Charlie. Okay? Ain't nobody tell you say nothing, Charlie. Don't be telling my business. Who said listen? Don't be telling my business, Charlie. Reggie for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you, baby. Thank you for donating to the channel. Ricky, don't be laughing. Don't be laughing, Ricky. Okay? He's mine. That's right. Reggie said, "Take heat, always on fire." Reggie, don't be telling my business. Don't be telling my business, Reggie. Don't be telling. I don't care. You gave me $5, Reggie. Don't be telling my business. Now back to the story at hand. This is why. Okay, Reggie, baby, thank you for the $5 super chat. This is why you ain't waterfalls no more, because it's not in your mind. You can't stand this man. You look at him, you know, some of y'all roll your eyes at your husband. You look at him and shit, like, why he here? You know what I'm saying? That's what you do. I want you to look at your husband. This is going to be the last of the show, y'all. Okay? Thank you, Reggie. I appreciate you, baby. This is going to be the last of the show. Okay? And I'm going to let y'all go. Okay? I'm going to let y'all go. This is going to be the last of the show. Malik, thank you, baby, for the $10 super chat. Okay? Now, Green Bean's going to say, don't get her started. Now, Green Beans, you scroll up. You scroll up. Okay? You scroll up. Now, this the last of the show. Y'all be in here talking about he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that. And so I don't have waterfalls for him anymore because he doesn't get me there. Mind you, it's in your mind. I want you to start looking at your husband. My sisters, this is every color. Look at your husband. Look at your husband. Okay? You see him with that gray beard. Most of our husbands who've been married a long time, they got that gray beard. You understand? Okay? You say you can't stand his gray. Okay? But I want to share something with you. There's another B out there that like his gray. Okay? All right? There's another woman out there that like his gray. She's seen him before. Okay? You say you can't stand his smell, his signature cologne that he wears. There's another woman who likes that signature cologne that he wears. Okay? All right? You say you don't like the way he dress. There's another woman who saw him that she likes the way he dress. Okay? Now, this is what I want you to understand. I want you to start looking at your husband. Start looking at him. I like to look at mine. Okay? I like to look at mine. Okay? Y'all see that smile on my face. I like to look at mine. You wanna know why? Because mine still look good to me. I don't know why some of y'all, you be like, oh, after 20-something years, 25 years, 27, 28 years, he don't look good to me anymore. I hope that never finds me. I hope that never finds me. Okay? Y'all doing this foolery. I hope that never finds me. Okay? 18 years, 19 years. I don't like to count my sinful year because I always like to count the year I was legally married because that 1 year I was sinful. Okay? Take heed was sinful. Okay? So now, I like to look at mine. Okay? 18 years legally married. I like to look at mine. Okay? And I pray I will continue to like to look at mine. Because you want to know why? My husband still look good, damn it. My husband still look good. If he got on the market today, I know he'll have a woman by tomorrow. Okay? I know he will have a woman by tomorrow. Okay? And so I am not at liberty to give you your freedom. I'm not at liberty. I don't have anything that says I'm at liberty to give you your freedom. Okay? Okay? So I tell my husband all the time, I'm not at liberty to give you your freedom. Okay? I'm not. I was born to aggravate you. Okay? I was born to bite you, sit on you. Yes, because I like to sit on my husband. Okay? I do. I like to sit my big ass on my husband. I like to sit on him. Okay? I am, listen. Don't hate. Don't hate. Okay? I like to aggravate mine. Okay? I like to bite mine. I like to pull on his beard. You want to know why? You want to know why? Because I don't want nobody else to do it. I don't want nobody else to do it. You understand? I don't want nobody else to do it. See, my king already know I'm enough aggravation for him. You want to be just enough aggravation for your husband. Not bad aggravation, like, no good aggravation. You want to be just enough aggravation so when women try to approach him, he look and say, now, wait a minute, this child at home is crazy. Let me think about this. And then he just walk away, okay? The one I got at home is crazy. Let me just stick with that right there, okay? But when you don't pay him no mind, you hear me? When you don't pay him no mind, Ricky, thank you. I see you, baby. Okay? Ricky, thank you. Coffee on me. Much love to one of my favorite couples. Peace to the king and queen mother. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. I want to share this with y'all. Somebody else is going to do it. Somebody else is going to do it. The stuff you dislike about your husband, another woman loves it. You talking about you don't see waterfalls no more with him. It's in your mind. Take a look at your husband one more time. It's in your mind. He has a desire for her king. It's nasty. The desire is nasty. My king will tell me, girl, sit down. Sit down. Wait a minute, girl. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay? And there's times I got to tell him, hold up, player. Wait a minute. Hold on now. That's too much. Wait a minute. Now, my back ain't right. Hold on now. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now, I got to go. But before we go, I got to hit everybody who gave me a super chat. And I appreciate you, babies. Thank you so much. Ricky. Malik. Okay, thank you so much for donating to the channel, Ricky, Malik, and Reggie B. Reggie B, you first, baby. You first, baby. Thank you so much, okay? Now, this is for Reggie B. Here you go, Reggie B. Here we go.
You shouldn't even be looking at me right now.
What I do, real?
I'm saying, man, you done put my boy on child support. He do so much for you and them ugly little kids.
Don't talk about my kids.
Only one of them is his. Only one of them. You got him out here on child support looking stupid. You got me looking stupid too in front of you white people.
Don't talk about my kids. I don't play about my kids.
Nah, man, I don't play about Terrell. Cause if he looking stupid, I'm looking stupid too. Cause birds of a feather, they flock together.
Rudy, you don't know nothing about what's going on.
I do know that. That man was sleeping with you and them 35 roaches. And you talking about I don't know what's going on.
You don't know.
I do know what's going on. When you had all them ear fishes, you couldn't figure it out. I was there.
He don't do nothing for his kids, and that's the end of the story.
He can't do nothing for his kids. He tired of sending you money because you keep on getting all this fake from Peruvian, and your edges still be dry, and your Levi's still be showing. So why you keep trying to get money for?
Shout out to Reggie for the $5 super chat. I just thought I'd throw that in here. Okay. Malik, thank you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate you. So Malik, for the $10 super chat, you get Baby Drizzle. Here's Baby Drizzle right here.
Diesel dog, I told him we were ball. Sky's the limit, ain't no ceiling, I don't see no flaws. Hit the game out the winner. I was sit to be the boss, making dollars on the furniture to sit my feet across. Rings on the limits, that's how I got me the torch. All the money like the winner, meaning I don't see the short. Certified self-made, self-paid Billy. Forbes couldn't even tell you what I made, really. I'm a living legend, title of my several. Your wifey looking like she saw the Eiffel on my bezel. Test me, they can try, they won't like when I'm a rebel. It's the difference of thinking, cause you my height, you on my level.
So now that is, y'all know that's Shaq, but he labeled it Baby Drizzle. Okay, so that's Baby Drizzle doing the rap. Okay, now for Ricky, thank you, sir. I want to hit you with this right here. Okay, I want to hit you with this right here. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go.
Ask me if I play Mortal Kombat. And I said, I love it, of course. My favorite Liu Kang.
She said, you need to get over here so I can finish you. Now, I was a little skeptical, but I thought she was talking smack. I'm undefeated with Luke Kane, so she could bring it. I'm down to give equal left and rights, you know. And she said she had snacks, so the chubby within me got a little excited. Y'all, when I got there, she was darn near butter by her neck. You talking about some, get over here. No, you stay over there, you Jezebel. They trying to trap me. This girl.
The baby said, "You's a Jezebel. They trying to trap me." Dum. I listen. Thank you to everybody who donated to the channel today. I greatly appreciate y'all. Yes, Ricky, he said she got snacks. Yes, listen. Thank you to everybody who took time to rock out with me. Thank you to everybody who took time to just listen to this foolery today. I greatly appreciate y'all. Thank you for all the likes and the subscribes as well. Thank you for the views as well. For the people just viewed it and walked on by. I still appreciate y'all. To everybody who took time to donate to the channel today. If you want to donate to the channel, anybody else, Cash App, Venmo, and Super Chat right now is currently available. If you want to donate to the channel. If you want to shop with us, our family business is called ubmracksfashion.com. Mercari, POSHMARK, and eBay. The links are in our bio. If you want to shop merch, scroll to the top of the page. You will see shop or store. Okay. I know we went long today because this was a Diddy thing. That's why we went long today. Okay. Shop or store. You can go in here. That's just for merch on my YouTube channel. They got hoodies, shirts, mugs, water bottles, baby clothes, all that good stuff. Okay. So if you're interested, y'all go in here and hit that like, go in here and check it out. See if you like something. Okay. Yeah, I gotta, That's it, y'all. We done for today. Okay. Now, I want y'all to hear this real quick because this was so funny. Let me see. Do I got it? I'm trying to see if I got it. Okay. So, I don't got it. Well, guys, y'all have a wonderful day. Okay. I'm going to let y'all go. I thought I had it. I don't see it here. Everybody have a wonderful day. Y'all be safe. I'll just throw some a little funny old school music with y'all. Okay. Here we go. God willing, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Okay. Here we go. Oh, I see what you put in here. Where did your eyebrows go? Yeah, I got alopecia. So you don't really see my eyebrows and stuff like that. You thought you hurt my feelings, didn't you? You did. Let's get to the music. Here we go. Have a great one, everybody. Love y'all.